Welcome back to the Sice Room, where DMV culture, politics, and hip hop collide. I'm your host, Trey Five, and tonight, man, we talking about Young Thug, leaked phone calls, new data center, DC phone-free bar, Trump versus Westmore, and all the comments Trump had to say about the youth in DC, and the tragic situation of a 19-year-old girl from Hyattsville, Maryland, man. Appreciate y'all coming and showing love to the Sice Room. Voila. All right, man. The people are in somewhat of an uproar about a new data center that has been approved, and people are trying to boycott and protest actually tomorrow at McCormick Avenue in Largo. And they are protesting the data center based on this saying it's going to be a lot of loud generators, lights, a bunch of confusion in the community that people did not ask for. I want to know from y'all, the panel, how do y'all feel about data centers, and are they pluses or minuses?
All right, well, I'm a PG County resident, so I got a little bit to say about it. Data centers, data centers are not something that you want to put into an area where it's a high population. It's something you want to put somewhere that's like rural land area. Now, the Maryland General Assembly had a few sessions this year currently on developing data centers, and they were going to use these old, torn down factory type situations in rural areas. In 2024, they voted to put a data center inside of Landover Mall. A lot of us are familiar with Landover Mall. It's been used for a bunch of different things. Currently, it's just there, right? So they're trying to move forward with that. And tomorrow on September 11th, I want to say, or today, or the 10th. They're having a rally at the building where they're going to be doing a vote on Cormick Drive, and then they're going to have the actual vote at 1 o'clock. So we need people to come out and put their testimony on the books to say that they don't want these centers in a highly populated area like PG County. They have plenty of places that they can put them way out in the country, and they saying that these centers are going to be bringing jobs and all of these kind of foolish narratives when in reality the data center is only going to have a few people in it running the facility. It's going to give up a lot of emissions. It's going to make the air quality very poor for the residents in the area, and the only jobs that are going to come from it are the construction jobs via the contract to build the data center. A lot of that stuff isn't always a local contract. So the residents need to be aware of this, come out, speak out, put their piece, and let them know that we're not rocking. You know what I'm saying? They can put that shit way out in central Maryland somewhere, or one of these areas that are very underdeveloped where there is no high population, and the emissions that will be let off from the data center and all of the negative things that can come from it aren't going to affect the locals. That's my take.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Buck on this one because Elon Musk has his data center in Memphis right now, and the residents are complaining about the air quality, and he just got the approval for a permit to use methane gas generators, so like Buck said, if they're gonna make these data centers, they should be out where people aren't present. Like, that's not good because it's already happening in Memphis, so they want to do it here in PG County. And like, I was just talking to my wife about this the other day. It seems like they want to put these centers in highly populated melanated areas when like most of these places have land where you could build a whole data center that's away from humans. So yeah, that's my take on that.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, I pretty much agree. Like, it's gonna be bad pollution. It's loud. I work in tech. Like, it's not gonna be a bunch of jobs. Like Buckley said, it's like that could be ran by a couple of people. It's that's not for here. They could just take that somewhere else.
I don't have much to add, to be honest. I agree with what y'all said. I mean, if it's already showing in Memphis that it's messing up the air quality and people complaining about it, it don't make sense to do the same thing here. If anything, take the information from over there so you don't make the same mistake here. Like you said, they could take it somewhere else on the outskirts where people ain't close by, but we all know they got their own little plot for why they doing what they doing. But that's all I got to say to it. I agree with everything y'all said.
DC got its first phone-free bar called Hush Harbor on 8th Street. It's ran by Chef rock hopper. You lock your phone in one of them yonder cases that the kids be having in school, right? And you go on into the bar and you have vibes. I want to know from y'all. He's just pushing the envelope, or it is vibes over views. You know what I'm saying? You have a better time if you not in your phone.
I mean, it depends. I mean, I get the intention, but at the same time, if you got people in there with their phones and they can record and take pictures of like the food, the environment, the vibe, that's gonna help your bar or spot at the same time. You know what I mean? But I get it. You know, he want people to be there enjoying themselves, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, you gotta look at the pros and cons of it. You know, people having their phones, it helps you out in the same at the same time too.
Cool concept, not safe at all. Get out of here. I'm sorry, like that sound cool, but let's be for real. And I ain't even gonna go there, but that's how I feel about it. Come on.
Now, I wanted to hear your perspective on that though, because it sounded like you was about to go in. But for me, I agree with it because it does make people have more of a social interaction because most of our social interaction is through the phone. So I feel like it's a way to get humans to connect more out in the social setting without the phones, and it also from like a promotion standpoint, the chef could be coming with the twist of having it as an exclusive vibe, like you only know like what's on the menu if you attend. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel that's a lit concept, but there is a thing when it comes to safety though. Like, how is the safety going to be there? You know what I'm saying? Because people could use their phone for emergency purposes. So hopefully, like the safety aspect of everything is on point. But I agree with it. I feel like it's kind of lit for social interaction and for the chef to like have an exclusive menu. Like you gotta like pull up and see what I'm whipping up, and that's my take on that.
All right, I'm fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing wrong with it. I feel like it'll, if the people that's for it will gravitate to it. As far as the safety aspect, he's not locking y'all phones in like a locker. The phone is on your hip. You got the little, you know what I'm saying, little belt clip or whatever. I seen the preview when he was talking about it. And it will help people engage more and be immersed in the environment. You're not worried about what's on your phone or whatever. Social media, getting the word out, you're not gonna have a problem with that because it was already on the news. So you can hire somebody to come through and get content to social media for that reason alone and make it do numbers. It's people that don't have any kind of like foot traffic that hire people to come in and do reviews on their spot. So that's not an issue, and people need to like, you know what I'm saying, embrace being around your environment and the people that's around you, whoever you came out to be with, and not get so wrapped up into your phone. We so attached to our phones now, we feel like we can't do nothing without it. You can go in the restaurant for 10, 15, 30 minutes or whatever the case is, eat your food, your phone is still on your hip, you're not going to die, and when you leave out, you got access to your phone. If it's an emergency, that's one of the things he did explain. Like, we're not trying to take your phone from you in case you do have an emergency. Your phone is right there. You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm fucking with it. You know what I mean? I'm definitely fucking with it. That's my take.
I think it's a cool vibe. I think it gives. I mean, you don't. Of course, you're not forced to go there, but if you go there, it's like you go there with a certain intent. You know what to expect when you go there. It's no phones. It's real live, personal and person interaction, and I could, uh, I could mess with that because, I mean, I don't know. A lot of us on here probably go out. I know I do go out often, and there's been many times we'll be at a table at a bar, and you look up or look down or look around and realize everybody's on their phone. I just said that we was in Rosebud the other night. I was just telling Zay like, bro, look at this, bro. Like we at a table, bro, and realize everybody is on their phone. So yeah, I think it's a good aspect, a new way of kicking off a different form of social interactions.
Everybody was still able to meet, greet, talk, and enjoy themselves without the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we way too attached to our phones, and we go out to places we don't even enjoy the environment because we looking at what everybody else doing on social media, or we constantly checking our device. And me personally, when I take my wife out, we don't get to go out a whole lot because life be life. But when we go out, I'm not on the phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably one of the people in my household that's on the phone the least, and I'm actually like engaging with people. So I'm somebody that's definitely for it. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, the people the people that's on that vibe, they gonna find a spot. If it ain't you, you ain't gonna go.
Yeah, and then also, bro, like even if you in the spot and you feel like you need to check your phone, bro, just step out, bro. Like, just step
Okay.
outside the
Yeah,
joke for a
he
second.
did.
I was
He did say that.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
All right.
Not going.
I was under the impression because I ain't looking up. So when Trey was like, "Yeah, no phones," and in the bottom, like that sounds freaky as hell. But now that I know, because I feel like an asshole a little bit, but that does. I mean, that do sound
I
cool. Okay,
don't
like
know.
I
I
said,
might
cool
still be. I
concept.
might still be with you, Wink.
Yeah, I did say cool concept,
Because
but
whole
the
time
phone
that's
on
what
your
I
hip
was thinking
and
at
all that,
first too.
cool.
Nah, it was like when they did the little joint on the news, the little promo and shit. They specifically stated like not taking your phone from you. The phone is on your hip. We just don't want you to be on it. And if you have an emergency, you can step right outside on the patio, handle your business, and come right back in. So it's not like they not putting you in a bubble and saying like you can't talk to nobody. It's like nah, come in here and enjoy the vibe. If you got a situation, go handle that, and then come back and get back to the vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what
I
that's what.
mean,
That's what it is, fam. I mean,
but
and
it's a
that's
bar. We go to the
Yeah.
bar. I got people coming, man. I ain't trying to step to the patio every time I got to answer my phone. Yeah, bro, you outside? Yeah, yeah. Nah, it's the one, the red one, the one on the door. Oh, I bet you
I
coming.
mean,
Put it
I
back in
mean,
my
you
little man
nah,
pouch.
look though,
Go
bro.
to the bar.
Now listen, hold on, look though, fam. 9 times out of 10, bro, if you at a bar slash lounge slash club, you know they kind of like all the same thing nowadays, bro. The music and shit is pumping so loud, bro. Nobody's on the phone talking about, yeah, I'm about to meet my man right here now. People are literally on them apps, bro, scrolling, and you know that, bro.
Bro, you don't answer the phone and be like, we all right? You at the door?
I
All right,
can
bet.
barely hear you, bro. No, bro, I cannot hear you, bro. You know where I'm at. Pull up.
That's muscle memory. You just checking that joint to check it. You know you done missed like
Nah,
five
for real,
calls.
bro.
The man hit you like, hey, bro, motherfucker, you still with the phone? And you like, you ain't get none of that shit because you can't hear
So
the phone.
we're trying to stop the awkwardness of people not being social, up against the wall, maybe at the bar solo, and like y'all said, instead of approaching other people and mingling, they'll automatically go to let me scroll, let me act like somebody texting me, make me look like I'm cool, let me not look like
Yeah,
I'm as lonely as I am.
People
yeah,
be using it as a pacifier.
Yeah,
yeah,
facts.
they do. You
And
know
then
what
and
I'm
then like now, bro, it's to the point where like, bro, people don't even want people so gone off social media, bro. You ask a person for their number, bro, like they take my
saying? It's so
social.
wild. Yep, wild as shit. Wild as shit.
So
But I
yeah,
don't even think
I feel like
people,
it's just changing the narrative a little bit, bro. I think it's a little kick to it, bro. As
yeah,
a
this
different.
bringing it back a little bit.
So is it everlasting, or do y'all think it's just gonna be a fad? Is it something y'all think can actually trend to other places, or it's gonna live
Yeah,
and die right here?
I
no,
think it,
I feel like it could go.
remember when
You,
they started doing the headphone
the
parties or the
silent
noise
parties.
parties and all that? Now that's like a whole trend, you know what I'm saying? So like what he's doing is just taking it back to yesteryear, and I feel like a lot of people have a nostalgic soul about him. And this generation hasn't experienced a lot of things that are from yesteryear. So this could be like one of those things that bridge the gap and kind of get us back into that personal interaction mingling. Because motherfuckers don't even know how to get numbers on the street no more, or even
Nah,
talk
that's
to people.
facts, bro. That's facts.
They don't date. They don't go up to a chick that they see attractive on the street and shoot they shot. They trying to meet the chick that you know what I'm saying is going to get them the less resistance online. So many filters to personal interaction nowadays. So this is a very good look. That's why I'm all the way with that shit.
For sure. And then look, for single people, bruh, it's like definitely the one, bruh. Because it's like if you in this joint, you know if you meet a woman in a bar, a no phone bar, bruh, you kinda like know what she on. And if you go in there with your girl, then it's like it's just real time. Like y'all know what both of y'all on. It's time for y'all to really get into each other. Like how Buck said, bruh, when he go out with his wife, he don't even have the phone. Like that's one of them jokes. Like you going out with your girls to this junk. We in this junk, no phones. You don't gotta worry about nobody posting nothing. None of that. We just in this junk, man. We vibing. We ain't doing it for the gram. None of that. It's just us. We in here.
Why it just can't be a no phone policy? Like as a grown man, why I gotta put my phone in a pouch though? Just to eat
Because
some
people
chicken,
don't
chicken and
listen.
rice at your spot, bro. Like
People
I'm
don't
just trying to get
listen.
some.
You bucking it already. You ain't even went in there. You're like, why I gotta do all that? Why I
I
gotta do
feel,
all that?
I feel
Ah,
like
I'm trying to patronize this joint. I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? pay you for some green beans and mashed potatoes, nigga, like, and a
All right,
cup of
man.
drink.
Nah, bro,
Enjoy the green
I feel
beans,
what
bro.
Buck said, bro. It's like with the phones, bro. It's like muscle memory, bro. Like I be telling myself, bro, I'm not even getting on the gram, bro. I'm not even about to grab the phone, but like it's to the point now, bro. Like niggas muscle memory, niggas just pulling their phones out, catch a dry spot, you back on the gram.
Real shit, bro. So that's
But
a good
what
one.
if people? I guess management is everything. So it's all about how people manage their time, and that's
All
how
right,
he choosing to manage his bar. So
I'm
I'm
gonna give you another. I'm gonna give you another one. So like, you go to a Kevin Hart show, it's a no phone policy. When you go to some of these comedy shows and things of that nature, they got no phone policy because they don't want you leaking their content.
That's a caveat I was gonna give you. Battle rap shows and comedians, I'll give you. Battle rappers and comedians. But everybody else, I don't know. If I gotta
Nah,
run
ain't
my
no
phone up to come
everybody else, man. If
eat
you
some
at the
surf and
show,
turf, my nigga,
you
like
gonna be at the comedy show longer than you gonna be at the restaurant. So if you could do that, why you can't do this?
I'm trying to get a
Enjoy
margarita.
enjoy
Like,
the
I
date,
get a,
man.
Surf and
y'all
turf
talking about
is crazy, bro.
look though, bro. Y'all say they don't even know how I get a girl number. How am I get her number? I get her number. I gotta go into the little pouch. Dang, who's my code? I got unlocked my
Nah,
phone.
man, you gonna write it down like we used to back in the day. We used to walk around with a pencil and a piece of paper, man. You had to get them. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? It was a certain
Bartender,
time.
y'all got a pen. Can I write this on the back of the receipt?
Hell yeah, they gonna be like, all right, and that's probably something he's gonna have readily available because he wants people to mingle. So like, that's management. What you were saying, like management, you gotta have these other little caveats in there that's gonna make the experience mesh. You know what I'm saying? So you don't get that backlash like that. Like I can't use my phone here, couldn't get the broad number, this, that, and the third. But no, it'll work, bro. It ain't that serious. I'll be alright.
I think it worked because it's different too, though. That's the main. Like, it ain't something everybody doing. So it's like, look. See, we talking about it. It makes you talk about it. It makes you be like, how? What was that experience be like? We putting our phones up as we go into this place.
You know what's gonna make or break the whole thing? If the food ain't good. If the food ain't hitting, it's gonna break the whole situation. But he was on one of them cooking shows or something. They said Slim won one of them cooking shows. The Gordon Ramsay John, I believe.
Uh, and I
So
also feel like entertainment, whether it's comedy, like you said, acts or certain musical DJs or the certain experience besides food. If it's not an experience where it's like, this is cool. I don't know what, I can't even record it. Let me just indulge. Like,
yeah,
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 I feel if it's something cool enough like that,
yeah, it'll work.
A Street is a cool spot as well. So my man Rock Hopper, much love to you, brother. We hope you succeed, man. I would say the Sice Room gonna come, but how we gonna cover it? There's the Sice Room if I gotta put my phone in my pouch. But you know what I'm saying?
with
We
our
still might come in.
glasses.
Yeah.
He said phones, he ain't say cameras. You gotta be creative.
Metagang. We is Metagang. We is Metagang. So, all right, man. Final segment of Who's Sicing, man. We're gonna get it cracking in Atlanta. Young Thug sat down with Big Bank, man, and discussed all the link phone calls he had, the beefs he had with Rollo, Gunna, all of these different artists that he mentioned, and all of his friends that was on trial with him, Woody, and etc. In hindsight now, in totality of this whole Young Thug situation, how do y'all feel about the trial, his homies, the rappers he mentioned, what he said in them jail calls, him and Gunna, a lot of the things that he explained and expressed about how he feel going through that process and coming out of that process? Were y'all fans of Young Thug and y'all was always fans the whole time, rooting for him to come home? Were y'all not fans of Young Thug, but in that process became fans of Young Thug? Or are y'all just not fans of Young Thug at all? And the interview and his whole situation proved that to y'all.
I mean, before the whole situation, I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. While he was locked up, I wasn't thinking about it. But with all it, like the interrogation, the phone calls, and all that, just how he present himself, what he claimed he stand on, it don't go with that. You know what I mean? And even with the interview, I feel like, because I watched it, I feel like all he was doing was in a sense like playing victim, regardless of the circumstances. It's like you a man, so regardless of what anybody else, I don't think nothing he said. I ain't like I said, I ain't look too much into it. I don't think nothing he said got nobody locked up, but it's just the shit he was saying. You know what I mean? Like as far as like he said something like what he said. He said I gotta tell you whatever you want, just don't tell the world. You know what I mean? It's a clip, but it's like to anybody that hear that, it's like you can't make that make sense. You know what I mean? And then he tried to make it make sense in the interview. He was, you know, talking backwards in a sense, but For me, like I just feel like it don't go with what he claim he stand for. But I don't feel no type of way about it. It is what it is for real too.
My bad, y'all. I was backing up, but I only saw the clips. Only saw the clips of him like really talking shit, and I was like, damn. Yeah, for the most part, I only saw the clips. Before any of this happened, I wasn't like a huge Young Thug fan. Like whatever hits he had on the radio was the Jones I messed with. So it's like, hey, I knew something. I like if he talking like that, it's like all makes sense because at one point in time I remember him wearing like dresses and stuff like that. So he was just always a little off to me anyway. So and then I seen the clip about like going hard about going to jail and all of that. He don't make no sense to me. That's what I got to say about that one.
You got something to say about the Young Thug situation, Jazz?
Alright. I ain't watched the interview. I can say that off, but I'm not interested in that type of shit. As far as we gotta get to a point where we gotta start like growing past bullshit and like Wink just alluded to. Thug always been somebody to just be saying anything or doing anything as far as I'm concerned. I ain't never really been a fan of the shenanigans. Can't really say I was overly on the music either, but whatever. Your taste is your taste. But this somebody that was wearing lipstick, wearing dresses, calling men my loves, and that was clips of the interview that I done seen when he running around hollering about how he do this, that, and the third on man shit, on man shit, on man shit, on man shit. None of that shit is man shit. And the streets don't have no loyalty. And we need to stop preaching that shit is what it ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's a code of ethics. We all done been, we had our little trials and tribulations or whatever, but at the end of the day, like, the streets don't have no loyalty. They don't have no love for nobody. There is no motherfucking loyalty. So when we start putting energy into stuff that has a positive vibration, we can get past this bullshit and giving motherfuckers a platform to keep talking toxic shit to us that we know is bullshit. Like, I ain't really, to each his own, but like, I don't consider that man shit. So, whatever you can take from that, take from that. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much my take on it. I think the whole thing is foolish. I think, you get what you asked for in a lot of instances, and a lot of the shit that they was doing. I ain't saying that like I'm an angel or whatever, but a lot of shit they was doing, they kind of knew the consequences behind that shit. And we all know the streets don't have no loyalty, so it's not like a surprise that any of this stuff happened this way. And I can't take nothing that an artist or an entertainer or celebrity or influencer takes at face value. Like most of that shit they talking about is bullshit anyway, fake. So I ain't really trying to give no attention. That's my take.
I agree with Wink and Buck. Um, really, like Wink hit it spot on. Like I used to just listen to his music just off of the radio, trending hits or whatever. What really did for me was, like she mentioned, was just the visuals. I started seeing his music videos, seeing how he liked to express himself, and I just wasn't a fan of it. It wasn't my cup of tea. I don't think that he's a good representation of an upstanding man. So I was in unsupport of that. But after seeing all of the leaked jail calls and the whole situation leading up to it, yeah, this is why I say I'm not a fan of these people. They have too much going on, but I really hope that we can rise above even entertaining all of insignificant people and their opinions, because really I feel like he has a few loose screws. Honestly, I think something's wrong with him. The way he was talking, he was a high school dropout, so I was like, maybe he could be low key illiterate, but I just don't think we should even pay it that much attention. Like I'm ready for the next thing to blow over. Like already over it. But that's my take.
Yeah, I got like different perspectives on this. I'm supposed to keep my take short, but I have different perspectives on this. For one, me honestly, I rock with Young Thug music. You know what I'm saying, once you really tap into his lyric and listen to what he's saying, he actually has bars and he actually be talking about something. And then after watching the interview and not following the narrative and just looking at the clips that just want people to like tap in real quick and then make a perception of it. Just like with the Melly case, when his phone calls got leaked, everybody was making a perception of the case before it even happened based off the phone calls. So with Thug and his situation, if you watch the interview, you can basically tap in and see his lifestyle of how he came up. From the reason why he symbolizes wearing women clothes is when he came up, he had to wear his sister's clothes because he had 11 siblings. And in order for his sister almost had to drop out of high school so he could go to school because he had to wear her clothes. So him doing that was symbolizing his struggle coming up. And the only thing I don't agree with is him going into the interrogation room when he's talking about other people talking to the police. That's the only thing I don't agree with. But I feel like the interview was pretty good because it was basically showing that you can't always follow the narrative. You know what I'm saying? It's different sides to a story. And then like you can hear it from the person's mouth. But like I said, the only thing I don't agree with is him talking to the police. You know what I'm saying? Because he was spinning that to make it seem like he was a victim in that situation. But yeah.
We can't hear you, gang.
She muted. She muted.
My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. What's
How you
the
feel about the Young Thug situation in the interview, the trial? Are you a fan of Thug?
story? Am I the last one?
Nah,
I got one more person than you.
All right, cool. So, I'm gonna get straight to it. Thug had his shit. I can't believe he played that victim role. He won in it. It's like, nah. Nah, bro. I don't know, bro. That's a crazy situation. I do feel like for him to even have on his name, like the way, as hard as he was trying to go on Gunner, bro, for him to have like, yeah, once we really get into it, bro, we can say that yeah, he not hot. He was what he did was he was really trying to help. But like for him to go on Gunner the way he went, bro, wise, bro, Thug is a musical genius. As far as like how he go about everything, bro. Me personally, bro, I'm not a fan, bro. Like the dresses, all that. When my man H just said like he had 11 siblings, he had to wear that. That's bullshit. I mean, with 11 siblings, bro, you still got friends, bro. I mean, we all. I mean, I can't say we all, but I know some of us on this jump come from the struggle, and you know that the struggle ain't never give. You gotta wear a girl clothes. Like, man, like it ain't get that. I think that was just him. Just, I mean, it was a brilliant idea, bro. Cause like, think about it, bro. Who else put on an outfit 10 years ago and people still talking about it? But I mean, like, so as far as like, I feel like it was a brilliant marketing strategy. But on man time, bro, like, I mean, like, I just feel like, bro, Thug been wild to me, bro. Like I said, he makes great music, but as far as anything else, bro, I ain't really a fan. Is he hot? No. As far as the jail calls, and bro, I ain't gonna even say he not hot, bro. I'm gonna put a question mark over the hot shit. But it's like, cause I feel like in that situation, it's like, however you can look at in certain ways, you can look at it, you can say that he hot, and then it's like a catch-22. On the other side, you can say that he was looking out for the men. As far as them leaked jail calls, bro, I feel like that's just. I mean, it's wild, but then even like the shit that he was saying, bro, like that's like some brotherly men shit, bro. Like everybody, I mean, keep it 100, bro. Like all friends talk about other friends to other friends. So I don't know, bro.
look, man.
Captain
Look,
Byes, you gotta take.
I ain't really a fan, bro. I did watch one clip. It was kind of funny to me. He was like, so I don't remember the other dude name, but whoever, I guess the gunner dude, whoever he supposedly was snitching, he was like, the nigga say, what the dude say? He said, man, Tory Lanez, man, he went in, he held shit down. He said, if I know he was that damn solid, I would have been put him in YSL. I guess that's his little group or something. But I ain't really a fan of bro, so and I don't really be following celebrities too much at all. I just, hear the shit from other people and laugh. I don't never really go searching for these individuals to learn about their lifestyles and shit like that. So I wouldn't know that, he was wearing dresses because he had 11 siblings and all that shit. But nigga, that's kind of crazy. I'm with Marcus a little bit on that part because you had 11 siblings then, but nigga, you got millions in your bank now. So what the fuck is you putting on a dress now for? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird. Most of these celebrity niggas is weird anyway. So, but dude is basically exactly what the white man want. He want that famous black dude, look crazy, do crazy wild shit. You know what I'm saying? That has the younger generation looking like, oh, maybe we should be like this person, so they can all be stuck in the project. Like Jay-Z said, they call it the projects because it's a project. and wearing it only as objects. And that's pretty much my take on that.
Hit the nail on the head, man. Because man, another thing is a lot of people are not talking about the different variations of thugs. Because we got this microwave society now. Where people don't really remember shit from yesterday or yesteryear. Because we move on to the next thing so fast. So he done spent the narrative so many times that people don't even remember half the bam ass shit he done over the years. Unless you're like not a fan. His fans is like they're already hypnotized and they just going with the bullshit. Now they having a conversation about him being a rat when that shit don't even make no damn difference. Like all them niggas is in a predicament that is very predictable. And we glorifying this shit and talking about it as if it's something new. This ain't like it's nothing new about this shit. And the way he's trying to spin the narrative to say like to make it a respectable thing when you was never a respectable motherfucker is like crazy to me.
Ho, bro, ho. I gotta chime in, bro. Since when Thug wasn't respectable, bro?
When he started wearing
When he
fucking
put a
dresses,
I
fucking
was
dress
just
on
gonna
as a
say that.
fucking
I ain't gonna
man.
lie, bro. Even I ain't gonna listen, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't know the last time y'all been to the A, bro, but he's highly respected in the A, bro. After dresses and all that, bro. They say
Hey, you
shorty,
talk you talk about somewhere where the gay population is extremely high, right? Oh, okay.
Thank you.
No,
I'm
hold,
talking
hold,
about
hold, hold,
look.
hold up, y'all, hold up. So y'all telling me, of course, y'all about to draw this line. Is it any man that puts on a dress in order to be try to be talented or pushing the culture in any type of direction? All of that is foul because there's a lot of men that put dresses
Absolutely.
on.
Unless you
Martin,
Irish and you got on
Martin,
a
all
kilt,
them niggas,
what you
Martin,
talking
Wesley
about?
Snipes, all them niggas is foul, bruh. All
Thank
them
you.
niggas is foul. You ain't never seen
And,
Cat Williams put a motherfucking dress on.
and none of them did it because they wanted to. They was told to, and they were put in a position where they felt like they had to, and that's a decision that you gotta make. But
Right.
unless
but
part of
like
your
I
culture,
said, bro.
if it's from a culture that does it, like the Irish wear kilts, I don't want. What's your excuse, bro?
They not
I
them
want to say
niggas
this
not
though, right?
Irish. Them niggas not born in a fucking. They don't have Irish background. They don't have Irish culture. They ain't grow up in that type shit. You feel me? That's different.
Oh,
We don't. You know what I'm
so
saying?
that's acceptable.
That's
No.
part of the
But
culture.
now,
Hold on. Wait. Wait.
It's
Wait.
when I was
understandable.
saying that he was wearing the dress as a symbolization, it's a symbolization of him coming up having to wear his sister's clothes.
So
That's where the dress comes from,
he
my
can find
perspective.
another way to
But
symbolize that by doing what
when y'all
he
talking
clothes.
about Wesley Snipes and Will Smith and them, they played gay roles and wore a dress.
Pregnancy. We need.
Yeah, they didn't necessarily do that shit because they wanted to. They did it because they felt like the system put them in a position where they had to make the next
I
step.
want it.
And then that's different, from Thug having to wear the dress to symbolize
No,
his
I don't
struggle.
accept none
But
of them
how
shit.
how can we speak for them though? But how we know? How you saying nigga got forced into playing Shanae? Shanae was funny as shit. It was based off his sister. Shanae is a historic, funny ass character where a lot of black
Listen,
women
bro,
act like.
it is very much documented that you know what I'm saying. Once a black actors hit a certain level, they got to do some defaming ass shit to get to the next level. And then a lot of times when they do it, they don't never.
That's nigga shit.
I'm
I
not
ain't
That's
gonna
gonna
hold
even
you
nigga
though.
lie,
shit.
bro. I ain't gonna
I'm
even
not gonna
lie
That's
though,
hold you.
nigga
Buck.
shit.
Hey, Buck,
Nah,
it
he do
That's
never
all the
nigga
even
shit,
really
time,
bro.
shorty.
listen
I ain't
though,
gonna hold
y'all.
you.
Look, check this
I
though,
do
y'all.
not believe that.
It never even really defamed them though, bro. Like, yeah, you got a couple of real niggas like that saying like, yeah, bro, they not major supporters of him, but like, bro, niggas still fuck with Thug though, bro. Like, even after that dress shit, and like I said, to keep it 100, if you think, bro, who put on the outfit in 2016? That's when that Hefe album came out. That shit came out 2016, bro. Niggas still talking about what, and I mean, I remember the picture like it's vivid. Y'all can't really, bro, like when he did that, bro, like that was like, yeah, regardless of however we look at it as real love. Like, I'm saying though, bro, like on the marketing and on a fashion tip like that, y'all like boosted his whole that boosted his whole shit, bro. Like I said, bro, we still talking about that shit. That shit damn near happened. That shit happened over a decade ago, bro. We
Pushed it
still
into
talking
a
about it.
pop demographic. That wasn't like we can have our own opinions about it. You know what I'm saying? And then we can agree to disagree or what have you. It was. I feel like that was some shit that that wasn't marketing towards us. That was marketing or symbolizing something to somebody else. And I ain't.
for the people that
Necessarily.
for the people that spend majority of the money. Cause us, we not really spending no paper, bro. For real, bro. I mean, you don't even gotta say it's just us on here, bro. We could keep it a bang. The LBGT community, bro. That
Thank
shit
you.
turned them up, bro. Like you know how many other followers he probably gained because of that.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, like that shit ain't. And then at the same
Basically,
time,
what
people are
Marcus
not.
just said is that nigga sold his soul for some paper and fame.
Yeah. Hey,
He just
man,
made my
I mean,
point.
is that selling your soul? The whole nation is on that wave.
I
The
that's
think
whole
I
nation
think
is on that wave now. Ever since Obama became president,
that's
the
the
Yeah,
nation
that's
wasn't
niggas.
on
the
that wave
Hey, that's
before
a good
that.
point though. That's a good point though.
It's a
Can I ask
great
what
point,
y'all talking
but
about?
That's a great point.
Young Thug.
Yeah, so how
But I
how
don't feel like
they
it
get
correlates with
there
that.
then when we talking about what they talking about?
I don't feel
huh?
like it correlate with that.
I'm saying, but yeah, like, all right, my bad. I'm just listening. My fault.
Nah,
I
what was
don't.
your
You don't think?
question? What was your question?
I'm asking what we talking about. He said Young Thug. I'm like, I don't know. I can't remember what the fuck I just heard by ex.
Oh,
Like,
I feel like Marcus was
when I said
correlating that
Obama.
he was marketing to the LGBT community and gained a whole new fan base with his style of dressing and his mystique on whether he was hetero or homosexual. And I was saying
he
that
was
the
wearing
nation is
dresses and stuff.
yeah, I was saying the nation is on that wave and becoming more accepting to it than it ever was. And Captain Bayer said due to Obama.
Yeah, ever since Obama.
And
And if Marcus said
We not doing this
2016
for
was when he,
bias because bias got to think with Obama anyway. I know that
hey, bro,
part.
we could go through Obama's timeline and
Yeah,
I could give you
Obama,
the date.
yeah, he the first
I could give
one.
you I could give you the date when he made all of that alphabet shit. Not that, you know what I'm saying? That all that alphabet shit proper to the world.
Man, look, to each his own. I don't have a problem
yeah,
with that with the community. I have a problem with the messaging and the lack thereof. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's a lot of it's a lot of contradiction in its words and its actions. So like if you want to get to the nitty gritty on the street side, you condemning somebody for doing something that was later proven that you was allegedly doing.
So
That's already a conflict. The leak
okay,
call, like who in jail don't know that the calls can be leaked. So you just being a chatty patty out your own nature. That sounds like some shit you was on already. So that's some more
right,
wild ass shit. You wearing dresses and calling men my love, but then you saying talking about how you doing all this extra shit on man time. That's not man shit, bro. And I don't
right,
want to hear nothing about I grew up with sisters and I had to wear her clothes. I'm trying to symbolize this, that, and the third. Make sure you go buy her all the clothes she wants because she didn't have clothes before. That's how we typically deal with our drama. We don't have
right.
some shit as a child. When we get a bunch of money, we get a whole lot of the shit we didn't have. If you wearing women's clothes don't symbolize no type of tribute. Like
Right.
none of that shit is real
You
shit,
want
bro. Like we
you
gotta
want to
get away from
symbolize
You don't think he
you
did
want to
that for his sister though?
you
You
want to
don't
do
think he
something
did
for
that
your
for her?
sister? You want to do something for your sister? Put her through college, put her through school if
thank
she
you.
wants through
but I,
school.
I I think we missed that, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, because
For real?
I watched it and I seen the context of him saying it. I think we just running with it a little too far. I
Okay.
think what I would take from it was he was saying he has a lot of siblings, so that gave him the comfortability to be able to market himself in that type of manner without caring about everybody's opinion because he's already been wearing girls' clothes. You can see old videos. He got the little ass shirts on and the little ass jeans on when he was dirt poor.
I was
And
about
if
to
you
say,
tap
So
bro.
in, and
I'm
if
not
you tap
saying
I
in,
don't think the first time he put a dress on
I
was
don't
that
think that
2016
saying
picture that Marcus
I
talking
don't think
about.
and if you
Ace.
tap into the interview, you could see that he'll tell you that nobody wanted to fuck with him and his family because it was too many of them. So go back to when Marcus was saying you have friends, nobody wanted to fuck with his family. He said one of his fondest memories was his aunt telling his mother that she doesn't want his family to come over because their clothes carry roaches.
That's not fondest, but
Know what
I
I'm saying?
mean,
So like I exactly see what y'all saying. There's two different sides of things, bro.
I
But
mean,
me
fondest
we all
personally,
got
I don't think
pissy
Thug was
relatives,
on the
very
dog.
pleasurable. Fondest
We
don't.
all got pissy relatives, now. That don't mean go put on women's clothes.
That's what. Thank you.
but
Cause I'm like, I
y'all
hear
missing
everything
a
And
y'all
very
saying,
big
but
point though.
he did that
You
shit
gotta
for
and
click.
then
Like, Young Thug is an
Yes,
original
no,
clout
we
chaser.
but you don't think he
we
took you you don't think he
yes.
take care of his sister?
I
But
would hope so.
even despite all that,
I
him
don't
wearing
think
the clothes
It's
for his
all a
sister and all that,
contradiction, bro.
he has a huge platform. So him wearing a dress, whether he's gay or not, he into that or not, it he has
He is
influence, so
an
people see
original
that,
clout
and
chaser,
that's the most
bro.
important part. The impact it have on the people that see it, and the kids, the young minds that might think that shit okay.
That's the point. That's the whole thing. We want somebody to
And
get up here and confuse
that's
these
why you should
kids.
tap into the interview so you can see it through common sense and logic instead of just seeing it through the narrative and your own perspective.
Yeah, but we
No,
gonna
that's
do
why
that
we
because we
don't
grown.
need
But
to
the
tap
average kid
And
not
try to see
doing
it through
that.
the person that's
That's
going
the
through the
whole point.
struggle.
I'm saying we don't need to tap into that shit because
Yeah,
we know it's bullshit. I don't want to see
Nah,
that bullshit
I think we do though.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
what?
How
But
you
for a
gonna
whole
tap? How
different
you gonna
whole,
say something tastes good without even tasting it?
I'm
Because
saying
I've
for a whole
seen it
different
before
reason.
and I've had it before.
I'm saying for a whole different research though, gang. It's more of that trial was very, very massive. A lot of our culture was tapped into that joint 24/7,
yeah.
especially the youth, right?
And that's the
So I'm just saying,
problem.
us being older, whether we understand that. I understand that too, but I have to understand what they're tapping into as well. Like, what got everybody? What is the real thing that's going on with this situation? Boom, boom, and then so I could be able to have my own opinion about it, to be able to converse with people who have their opinion about it. Because a lot of the youth have opinions about it, but if I don't know what's going on, I can't let them know. Like, oh, so what about when he said this? Because I speak to a lot of the youth, and you got to get through them a little different. You can't just come, hey, Young Thug ain't got no dress on, da 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 da. If they rock with Young Thug, I gotta get up on them. Oh yeah, you rock with Thug. Oh yeah, I like that song. And then tap into what's going on, so I can be able to penetrate their mind to fully understand what's going on, to teach them, hey, that wasn't right. Like, how can he say these guys are these type of way or these type of guys because they're collaborating with the police, but then he went and collaborated with the police on his own will? Some of those things don't make sense. I think but I also, one more point, I think we're definitely taking out of context what Ace is trying to say with the jeans. We know that he did it marketing wise to come up, but it's just more of he's explaining his youth background of he came up always wearing girls' clothes. So when he grow up and he pop up and he get money, that's not really him being outside of his norm. It's just outside of his norm to the world because everybody don't know him until he blew up.
I
and
But
you
wouldn't
don't
say
think
it's out.
that
that was
doesn't
I
make it
never.
right,
I'm
guys.
about to say I
It
You
never
can't
doesn't
said
make
it
that
make it
was.
make
right.
sense.
I never
It
said it
doesn't
was
make it
did
right
outside.
or
Hold on,
wrong.
wait.
but
I never
look,
said it
I'm
was
just saying.
outside of his norm. I just said it's outside of the norm of a man to wear a dress.
but do
Mm-hmm.
you not think that that is by design? There was a picking process of the person that was most susceptible to do the shit we want to do to portray
Right.
the narrative of confusion that we want to portray.
Right.
Do you not think that there was some thought behind that shit
That's what
to
I'm
why he
saying.
was the one that was elevated to say all this wild ass shit to confuse the youngins so they could be like, well, I
Right.
don't know. Can I wear
That's
a
what the
dress
whole
too?
play
Shit.
is. The
If he
youngins.
ain't snitching, if he did that and I did the same thing, well, shit, that shit all right then. Do you not think there was some thought behind that shit?
I put it to you like this, right? I think it was I think it was definitely thought behind it from a grander scheme, like some project shit, right? But
Yeah,
I'm gonna wear dirty clothes before I wear my sister clothes.
On my
I don't
soul.
give a
absolutely.
fuck.
Or steal.
On my
The
soul.
fuck? I grew up stealing because I
On
ain't
my
had
Yes,
shit.
soul.
that
So
too.
you saying his grand overall scheme was to fuck over the youth?
Yes.
Yes.
No,
Look,
no,
who
not
signed?
not not
Yes.
no, not his, not his. It wasn't his grand scheme.
I
He
mean,
was
yeah, he was
just
a puppet.
he was basically like what the president is, the face of the bullshit. You know what I'm
Yeah, he
saying?
was a tool. He was a
It
But
tool.
it's
go
some
hand
But
it
it's
look,
go hand in hand
he's
to
the
what
puppet.
everything y'all saying. They was
you
pushing
know
that
who signed
agenda.
him though?
They had
You
somebody
know
they know
who
that was
signed
willing to
him
do
for
something
the
that
horn?
crazy, and he did it. Whether he
You
do
know
or
who
not,
pushed
he a
him?
grown ass man. I don't care if you wore your sister clothes when you was a kid or not. You a grown ass man.
What's the Bama name? Leo Cohen?
I
I
understand.
think Leo,
But
I think Leo was the
I
same
don't.
one
but
that
y'all
made
said
Ain't,
him.
this
wait,
y'all this in the
Ain't
armies
Cohen a
and the
Jewish? Ain't
Vikings and certain cultures could wear it, but somebody that's symbolizing their struggle and the way they came up and being their self, the how they came up to show that no matter what, I'm gonna be myself. They get dismissed.
He was not wearing a battered
Bruh.
like
I feel like if that was the case, he would have
women's
been said that.
clothing to symbolize
Y'all
like
y'all acting
you
like
put on
bro
a
was just
fashionable
like
dress
wearing the
with
dress every
layers and ruffles and
I feel
lace.
like he's just saying anything to justify it.
Yeah, man.
Hold
No,
on,
no.
y'all.
How do we know?
I
No,
I
guys,
really,
Hold
I
guys.
really, I
We
really
gotta be
trying to,
100.
hold on,
We
hold
gotta be
on,
100.
hold on,
Hold
I
on,
really
y'all.
trying to
We
Let's
get
got
get.
him
I
have
see
didn't
to.
a
hear what
different
Z
One
said.
mic,
perspective.
guys. One
I
mic,
didn't
Really
hear
guys.
what
trying to
One
help
Z
mic.
y'all see a
said.
different perspective.
Let's Z say what she was saying because I didn't get to hear her.
I was saying like it's very interesting. Like if that was homage to like his past, apparently if he was wearing his sister's clothes, her clothes wasn't top tier. So he has on this like ruffled dress with lace and it's trimmed and tailored and customized
Mhm.
for him in this time frame. Like that's not like I don't know if he wanted to recognize it. Maybe he could do like really wears like a I don't know.
And
He
then
could have
look,
went about it a whole
Figure it
Some
nother
out,
way. The
yeah.
raggedy
way he
ass girl
polished it
shit,
up
and then
right?
was
look.
like
Do y'all
it was a
remember?
trophy, something that he appreciated, and it's like something that he it looked like he wanted to highlight again. Because even on that thing, he had like different. He used to wear kilts and stuff and all kinds of different stuff. Like it was like
Right.
a moment for him. Like that was a moment for him to breathe. I was like, let this loose so I could just be loose.
Right. But then
Right.
y'all remember some years ago where he did an interview and he told somebody else that he wore the dress because he had a K under the dress and he was still like he had a whole different reason
Yeah,
then.
I do remember that snippet.
Uh
He was
oh.
saying he had dicks under the joint. I got these dicks. He's saying all that wild shit.
Yeah, so now
That's
it's
why I
this.
told
It's
So
like
y'all,
he
Max
so
because
y'all
he
saying
Thug
said
he
is
that
he
like a
while
over
he
nigga,
was
like y'all
Washington.
said, he a musical genius. So
His
Thug the type of
wasn't
nigga, his
laced.
So,
wordplay vicious, so he gonna say anything to make some shit make
right.
sense.
so
I
y'all
remember
saying he
that shit,
over
bro. But no,
Washington
look,
was to
remember
come
the
out
about
and fuck over the youth
that's it, dog.
Literally.
and boost Obama's narrative.
That's
There we
yeah.
go. But
There
all
was
I heard
I
was boost
think. I
Obama's
think.
narrative. Yep.
I can do the street culture, y'all. I'm gonna be 100 to even Buck point. Like, yeah, maybe I think outside people did come and he helped perpetuate that by shit. I already wear dresses. I already do this little shit. I'm comfortable with it. Y'all gonna pay me this to do it? I don't care. I'm with it. I understand that. He definitely could have got pimped out. But to your point, Ace, yes. And I don't even think it was the homo shit. I think it was the street shit. Yes. Like,
much
why was he respected with still wearing dresses? Where Marcus? Oh, Marcus rolled out.
because
We lived
Why
money,
was
different
he?
bro.
times. That's
Because
why
of money. Y'all want to be perfectly
It
we
was
blunt.
his
we
It's because
street
grew to
culture.
be comfortable
it
with
was the
stuff like
access to what he could give people. The same reason motherfuckers was fucking with the Takashi.
God, what did he didn't go on trial for money? I know what he went on trial for.
No,
That's
no, no,
why
no,
his
no.
ass was
Listen,
respected wearing
no,
them
no,
dresses.
no, 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 no. Listen to what I'm saying. The same reason motherfuckers was riding that Takashi train. When they knew he was doing all the fuck shit in the world because he had money, he had access. All these motherfuckers who claimed they was real gangsters and all that shit was letting him get away with all kind of bullshit because of what he could provide for them. So Thug ain't no different. It's the same shit. People
Nah,
always
I
want
don't
to
know if that's
stack
the
access.
same.
It's the same fucking thing, dog.
that.
Whoever's the man gets away with a whole lot of wild ass shit because he can provide for people who's gonna turn the other cheek, who don't have access to these things. That's just the way the shit go.
Hey, if y'all want,
Run for our free
if y'all
people.
want to look
I
at,
agree.
if a Buck can attest to this. Remember back in that '90s, Buck, all the rappers wanted to be like the street niggas, right?
Yeah,
Nowadays, all the street niggas want to be like the rappers.
yeah. It's reverse.
It's a whole reversal. You know what I'm saying? It's all because of the
It's
niggas with
reverse.
those last names like Cohen, those Jewish last names.
So look, that's why I
We're
lost
gonna
my
get
clue.
on.
Facts.
Cohen is the one who gave Chief and Thug their big deal. They both had their own thing going on, but Cohen was the one that signed them and pushed them to the next level. Around the time he started rocking with Cone was around the time this motherfucker started wearing dresses and shit. The same way when Chief got pushed to an elevated level, all that drill shit just went out of proportion. Now everybody on drill shit. That's a narrative, dog. And I ain't trying to be preachy. I'm just saying, like, some shit you gotta connect the dots sometimes. And there's always a bigger plan at play. By the time we get hip to the shit, they on to the
Shit
next
is
plan.
already, and yeah, about to say, by
They
the time
on the
we
next
get hip to
phase, bro.
that shit is embedded in the fucking in the places they wanted it embedded in. And
This
motherfuckers
shit
is
took
already
off.
following suit. And like you said, they on to the next motherfucking mission.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I wasn't really on that thug train. To be honest with you, he been like kind of what I'm saying misleading the youth.
Right.
That's why I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. All of that when they was on that free thug shit, I ain't give a fuck about that nigga. Once he was disrespecting Wayne, and they try to get Wayne all of that, he was a dub to me, buddy. You
Yeah,
hear
they
me? I'm
forgot about
Weezy F
AP.
to the death. Once he was
They
going
forgot
against
about
Wayne, all
AP.
of that. Yo,
Baby.
yeah, niggas, everybody conveniently forget once the wave is what it is. That's why it's all it's like, nah, man.
Free thug, bro. I
I
was
don't
just
care
so
if
fucked.
Lil Wayne forgive them, nigga. I didn't.
Hey, it's crazy because Wayne was the nigga that got all these motherfuckers wearing skinny jeans with that skateboarder shit.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
But
yeah.
but
but he
credit
was.
to Wayne, credit to Wayne, he didn't go as far as wearing dresses and doing gay shit. Except
The
for
Ugg boots
that
was
one
wild.
picture where he kissed that nigga in the mouth.
Yeah, the Ugg boots was wild, and calling a nigga daddy was wild. Wayne was doing flag shit early, but ain't no but. They was both doing some fraudulent ass shit. To be
Oh
honest.
damn! See, I ain't know that. All
Yeah,
that other
yeah,
wild
Wayne
shit you
did a
just
Yeah,
lot of
told
so
me.
fraud.
Wayne kissed baby, so Wayne still accepted.
Kissed him in the mouth on national
Fuck
So
TV.
no.
so was Wayne
Yeah,
pushing the
what?
narrative to
Yeah,
destroy the
hell yeah.
youth
Yeah,
and Obama?
Yeah.
yeah. He got killed
When,
though,
when,
Bob.
when, hey, no, when did he kiss? When did he kiss that nigga in the mouth?
Wasn't he under
Yeah,
18 when he did that?
Wasn't
yeah.
it? Was it
No,
after 2010?
I don't think it was. I don't think he was under 18. I think he was.
I,
He was 18. Cause Wayne like
I
my age.
think I think Wayne underrated on how much he perpetuated gang lifestyle.
He definitely did. But I mean, a lot of rappers did that, so we can't
Yeah, but
necessarily.
but but at that time, what gang rap? Who the fuck from the West ain't been high for a brick?
But not.
On that whole South wave when Wayne had this shit on the chokehold, who the hell was yelling blood that we really care about?
I mean, it was
That was a
already
main.
there.
That was a main artist.
The
It was
game.
all. It was already there though,
Nigga,
y'all.
he was already late. He was late.
He,
Wayne had this shit in the
no, Wayne
chokehold.
was.
He had that gang shit in the
No,
chokehold
Yeah, I
for
his
don't think
shit.
the
way
game
too.
influenced
His shit
nobody
has
though when them
been
joints.
better since the
Hey,
beginning
but
of
wait,
hip hop.
Wayne was screaming blood this and blood that, but wasn't he wearing blue bandanas back in the day? And
Way
motherfucking
back. Way
what
back when.
fucking video was that, man? Nigga
Something
had on
like
a fucking
that.
blue bandana.
Probably like it's high. It was, yeah, all the old joints they was
Same
wearing.
thing.
But it was like he
Niggas don't never
definitely
credit
got.
Wayne for that. He definitely put that.
He
He
definitely.
definitely was pushing
He
that shit.
definitely got into the blood shit heavy.
Wayne definitely get to me for me. Wayne get the credit from all these new niggas wanting to be gangbangers and claiming gangbanging sets and shit that
Niggas
they
that's
ain't
not
really
from the
from.
West. Niggas that's not from the
Yeah,
West.
yeah, for sure.
Say that because they was already on the gang shit, bro. The gang shit had been here already. It was
Who
already.
we but who is perpetuating it on that level?
They was always perpetuating. It's just you wasn't hearing the language. You know what I'm saying? Like the
It
Hoover
was
shit.
on
They was always talking on Hoover shit, GD
that
shit.
it was only
Other
West
shit.
Coast and maybe some New York
No,
niggas.
that's
Hey,
Chicago and
New
shit
York
Yeah.
though.
I
was
just unmuted to say like, oh no, it wasn't. But everybody was banging Suwoo once Lil Wayne said it in that one verse. I can't think of what verse it
I'm
was, but
telling you.
everybody was saying Suwoo like they
He
knew
put
who
that shit in the
he was
fucking
with.
mouth.
That's facts.
nah, bro.
Right.
I can't say that because I
We're not saying totality. We saying they had a drought. After that West Coast wave, then that East Coast, West Coast shit. Nigga, you wasn't catching no gangbangers on this side, niggas from this side. I'm
shit.
not
The
saying
whole
they
that
exist. Niggas
shit was
like
they
Tretch.
was doing the blood shit too.
I'm with you,
That's the
bro. Niggas
same
like
time
Tretch, and all of them type of niggas. It was gangbangers over here, but we
I
talking
think
about
the
Oh no.
I
on a
think the Crip
promotion
shit.
level.
Yeah, and I'm saying I think the Crip shit was way more popular before. Wayne actually accelerated the blood
Like a motherfucker.
craze,
Put the
but
gas
they
on
was
blood.
already on gang shit. Is what I'm saying. Everybody was already on gang shit. They just everybody wasn't always saying it. You heard the West Coast people pronouncing it
And
more. They was already on the gang shit in New York. Motherfuckers was getting sliced up
and
left and right in New
and
York around that time.
that's what
Yeah,
we
that's what I
crediting Wayne
said.
for being a
New York and West
speakerphone
Coast.
for.
And the
Niggas being a
Midwest, because
speakerphone.
motherfucking what's the Bama name? Tech Nine was on that blood shit real hard,
Oh yeah.
like a
Yeah, I know
motherfucker.
you talking
The
about. Yep,
Midwest was on that shit
yep.
real heavy. The West was definitely on that shit, and New York was on that shit. As far as the South is concerned, yeah, Wayne started that fucking what that wave of recognition or acceptance, so to speak. And because he had already crossed over to the pop side of the music industry, he was accepted on that side. It just became the blood shit became just as commercial as the Crip shit because everybody was loving the Crip shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like a
Ice
motherfucker. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on
Cube,
that.
Uh-huh.
et
Yep.
cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So he just made the people fall in love with the blood side as much as people are already not in love or in like whatever. You know what I'm saying? You get
I think
what I'm
that's a
saying?
great point. That's a great point.
Yeah.
I would could definitely concede to that. That's definitely a great point. Because the blood shit is what he put on the map more so than gang banging itself.
Yeah, not
Or
gang
like
banging the blood. Yeah, he commercialized being the blood, basically.
yeah, like because it was crip. Like I ain't gonna hold
Yep.
you. Everybody
Yeah,
crip
because
as
on
far
the
as
west side,
mainstream. Like
that shit like 3-1 on the west, 3-4-1. They outnumber the Bloods on the west
like a
coast like
motherfucker.
4.
Hell,
And then it's reversed on the east coast. So at that time, Wayne and them was on the east coast. That's how the thug shit
they
happened. It was
migrated. Yeah.
in Florida all the time. On the east coast, the blood shit was way more prevalent already in the culture than the Crip shit was because the Bloods tend to be more flashy and more brazen. And the East Coast is way more flashy and brazen than the West Coast, which is more chill.
And
So over
migration.
here, yeah, the migration, they migrated over here and took over all the way up and down the coast. We had some Bloods and Crips in high school. I graduated in '99. My freshman year in high school was a Tia Brenner year. That was my ninth grade year. That was some Blood and Crip shit.
Huh?
That was what, 95, 96? That was 95. It was the beginning of the school year when she got killed. So yeah, that shit been here, dog. He just made that shit whoosh, as far as like pop culture in the young generation.
That shit
Yeah.
was. I feel like that shit was here like 6 years, 7 years ago, and then that shit just disappeared again.
Yeah, it come and go. They don't really uh last in the DMV area too long because we're like more neighborhood driven and we don't
Uh-huh.
we're not really loyal to a particular
Color.
person. We don't have like a capo that we're gonna respect out here. We just everybody on goon time, everybody think they that nigga. So anybody can get knocked off, it's always gonna be a flip. They don't really get to establish themselves too much here. They typically be on the outskirts. They catch like them nobody that nobody really know. Like, dang, he was a geek, that nigga out here. Like, gang banging, what the fuck? We used to take the shoes and shit. They get them type of motherfuckers.
And if you think about it, the gang banging shit is more like it's more militant than it is in DC. Like niggas in the DMV area, motherfuckers like you said, it's more self and
Yeah,
neighborhood. Whereas the gang shit, that shit is set up like it's set up in a militant format where there's a chain of command. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And these young niggas nowadays, they wouldn't just be going around popping niggas and shit. Like they got to get the okay from a motherfucker to be able to do some shit like that. You know what I'm
But
saying?
that's not how we bred out here.
Nope,
It's just,
at all.
nobody listen. Everybody,
Nah,
niggas
niggas
hard.
headed as fuck. You know what I mean? Oh, you say I can't do it? Oh, niggas, hey, this area, motherfuckers, kids, they gonna do shit just because you say, oh, it's not allowed to be done.
Yeah, they're gonna shoot the nigga and then shoot you for telling them they can't do it.
Exactly, yeah, some shit like that.
Y'all had some great takes on Young Thugger. We might as well keep this thing pushing. All right, y'all. It's politics time, man. Time for bipartisan breakdown. All right, man. Trump, man, been on a rampage these last couple of weeks, man, talking about the youth in our area, how just it's evil 14-year-olds and how we just bring criminals and they're gonna be criminals for a long time. He really going to war, man, trying to set up shop in Chicago, Baltimore, all different types of places. How do y'all feel after they didn't, invaded our area for all of this time? How do y'all feel that's been going? And also, do y'all feel like he should invade other places as well.
I feel like his wordplay is crazy, but the way the system is set up, because DC is not a state, the feds have to take over. So I see like people perspectives as saying that it's trying to be a political play, as I'm trying to tap in, because using DC as the first place to like set up shop in different states with the policies that he's doing, it would be easy to set up in DC because DC is in a state. So federal command will automatically give him control. But there has to be like some resistance to the chaos that the youth is causing. There could be other ways to do it in different wordplays and not get everything like stirred, like not stir the pot in a sense, you know. So in the sense, I do agree with like Westmore, rather like work with him because Maryland is a state. Now that you stepping into state territory, you do have to conversate with the governor. It's different from DC because now when you step into the state, the governor is basically in control of the state. So I do feel Westmore on that. If you really want to tap into the law and go to legal standpoint, I feel like now you can't step into the state and do what you're doing in federal territory because now this is state territory, and that's my take on that.
If we gonna look at it for real, we gonna be 100% serious about it. Like, what is he really doing in DC, bro? Like, these military motherfuckers is not in Southeast. They not over there on Bennett Road. As far as I know, these motherfuckers is picking up trash around the White House and playing on their phones, bro. Like, they not doing shit for real. I'm with Ace on here. That nigga wordplay crazy. He should be a rapper. That's really all I got on that. That's all I got to say.
And to piggyback off of that, I definitely seen them downtown like gardening or whatever, landscaping. But yeah, if you could pretty much if they can get away with it in DC, like you say, where it's not a state or none of that, if they can get away with it here, they're gonna try to get away with it in the other places. It's just it's clearly not here to help us. You know what I'm saying? And we see who they're really attacking. I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but they keep like reporting how many arrests over the weekends, but I'm not hearing or seeing. I mean, I guess we don't have to see, but we're not seeing where or why or what type. So, yeah. Besides the gun pickups, that's my take.
Right. The like I say, the wordplay is impeccable. Trump's a trickster. Um, it's just the way to bleed government funds and feed his friends for favors on the back end, distract people from what he actually should be doing, which is releasing the files, like he said he would, even though we knew he wouldn't. But it's just a distraction. Um, as far as going into states, I want to say I believe he tried that shit in California first, right? And then the governor out there blocked it. He basically wouldn't let the troops in. Had them stationed at a stadium or something, which is what Westmore is going to probably do when he does eventually turn his head to Maryland, because he's going to, because Westmore keeps poking the bear. But they're not making it. I mean, I can't say I don't be in the city as of late to really say if he is or isn't, if they are or not president. People I know in the city, they say they're not as president. They make him seem. We all know Trump does a lot of fake propaganda shit, so that's something that we could tend to believe. But this is a cover up for like other shit. So like the arrests they're making are like ICE arrests and taking homeless people off the street. We all know how they can fluff numbers and feed the narrative. So that's what I believe he's doing. He's just buying time and spinning shit to keep y'all from watching what he's actually doing, like a magician. So the more we talking about all this other stuff that is making us uncomfortable, the less we're talking about the shit that makes him uncomfortable. And that's pretty much all this shit is. It's a fucking distraction. That's my take.
I agree. I think that's exactly what's going on. He put this out here to take our mind off what was we really supposed to be paying attention to. But as far as it being here, you know what I'm saying, with all the rest they making, like I live in the city, you know what I'm saying, and you really don't see them out here. I had one encounter with them a month ago at a cookout, but they got called, you know what I mean. But even when they came out there, they didn't press the issue. They weren't doing too much, you know what I'm saying. They more so told us like just go about it like this and y'all good type. But as far as it being necessary. The crime rate not really up there. But like I said, I feel like it wasn't really necessary. I feel like you said it's all just a play, a distraction. It wasn't something the city needed. It wasn't like it was getting really out of hand. You know what I mean? I feel like you said, it was just a play for a distraction from what we really need to be worried about. And Trump know what he doing. You know what I'm saying? He's strategic with how he do what he do. And it's on us whom we give our energy and attention to. You know what I mean? It's on us to keep the focus on what it need to be on. That's what I feel like.
I don't have nothing else to add. I agree with Ace. I agree with Bug. I agree with what Marlon was saying. Like, hit it on the head. I don't have nothing else to say.
So y'all don't see the police in DC?
Nobody I talk to sees them. I see them on
Nah, you
social
see the
Then
media.
No,
police.
wait. You see
and
the police, but we talking about the military.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
don't
see
see
the
the
police.
military.
Y'all don't see the federal rallies, the
Nah.
military, the
I
Not
do.
on the not on the
agent.
everyday not on the everyday basis and
shit,
and
me,
and,
I've been
and
seeing the tanks on the highway.
Yeah,
It
you see that on
depends.
the highway for sure. Yeah, you'll see him on the highway. Yeah.
That's
It
community.
also
the
Anybody
high
been
depends.
through a
the highway,
anybody been through
a checkpoint?
yes.
No,
No,
No.
not me.
I
And
legit have not drove through the city. I don't be in the city in the past like probably 2 months. I work in Arlington, so I go right past that shit, and I don't have no
Right.
reason to be in the city. So I don't, you know what I'm saying?
I used to.
I haven't.
I used to be in the city. I'd be doing business in the city. But since the bullshit, I strategically go in the city because I don't want to be profiled and I don't got time for that shit. But I still haven't encountered nothing. And the people that I know that live in the city, that work in the city, like my mother work in the city. She said she don't never see these motherfuckers. She said when
Right.
she said they down on the mall, just walking around being tourists and whatnot. She's in the city 5 days a week. You know what I'm saying? So I see them on social media, and somebody raised the point the other day. Somebody like, I think they be walking around with camera crews just filming when they do shit, and then they blast that shit to social media to make it seem like they doing that shit everywhere. When other people were sitting there saying like, I don't ever see them, like people in Southeast per se.
man, I had a
Yeah.
4 hour.
like
Listen, I had a four. Oh, go ahead. It's my bad because I already said
I
something.
feel like it's a shock and awe tactic. I feel like
I
it's
had
a
a
shock
four.
and awe
Oh,
tactic because by people saying that they not seeing them, I feel like just putting that energy out there and just having them in the presence is sending something out. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at the stats, Shorty just got on there. What's her name? The mayor. You know what I'm saying? Saying that the crime rate is down. You know what I'm saying? But dealing with politics also, it could be she's sticking to the script that she's being told, but saying by what she's going by, she's saying it's down.
I
So it
would
could be
believe
a
that it's
shock and awe
down.
tactic. You know what I'm saying? To keep people from doing what they doing because you know what I'm saying, nobody wants to face the military. You know what I'm saying?
I,
Right.
I
I
would believe that it is down because it was allegedly it was already down before they came
Right.
with with the tanks and the boots on the ground. So now that there is some kind of presence, even though we can't say this as heavy as they saying it is, just off the general default, I would expect nobody to be out here wilding during that time period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's a natural drop. So she ain't saying nothing that's not fucking obvious. Like no shit.
facts.
Right.
Right.
I had a 4 hour Amazon block this morning, all up and down, all up and through Northwest, from fucking U Street all the way up damn near what 16 all the way up 16th Street, all the way over fucking Kansas by Petworth. My, bro, I ain't seen no military, nothing. The only thing I seen today was a badass accident, and I seen some police officers. That's the only
Yeah.
thing I
Then
seen today.
Yeah,
can
that's why
I ask
I
y'all
feel like
something?
it's a shock and awe tactic.
Do we want to see them?
No, we
No.
Good,
don't.
good or bad?
No.
We
I feel
want to
like
see
they
the
only really
fucking
come out
files.
for
That's
real
what
at
we
night,
want to
real
see.
late.
We want to see the files, the unredacted
That makes
Trump
sense coming
riddle
out
files.
later. That makes
Yeah.
sense coming out later.
That's the
I
only
don't see
time.
that.
When the one time I did see him, it was like probably 12, 1 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, yeah, that would make sense, but they making it seem like they there 24/7 all
Yeah,
Right.
day.
like total
I feel
presence.
like people talking about it, making it's just like making it seem way worse than what it is.
But it's also like he said, it's building a narrative of
Right.
what what is or isn't. So
Right.
even if it's not there, you're gonna believe
Right.
because
Right.
the social
Exactly.
media is
Right.
killing it. Like I said, I don't physically go to the city in the last month. I ain't physically went to the city maybe like 4 times, but I'm
Right.
typically there at least once, twice, two, maybe three times a week
Yeah,
because I don't feel like going through what the potential bullshit is. So if
yeah.
nobody's actually going in to see, but they're being fed this narrative of it is, then you just won't believe the shit unless you talk to somebody who got boots on the ground.
Right.
Right.
So is it safe to say that whatever presence they do have is actually working though? Because here we are, we got people like like Jazz and you saying I'm intentionally avoiding that area, the fucking the city.
We would have to talk to the residents. The residents are saying that it's not. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't
They're
gonna
Right.
hold
saying
you. Ain't nothing really changed since they so called been here. Like if I didn't have
I
access to
would
the media, none of that, I wouldn't have known they was here for real. I would have thought like I'd probably seen them once on the highway driving a little text by Navy Yard. And then, like I said, that one night we was outside. If I don't have access to media and those the only times, two times I seen them, I wouldn't think like they just posted up down here.
see,
Well, maybe
yeah,
they just must be in certain places because I be
they being
back
a
and I be back and
Yeah,
forth
they
between
targeting certain neighborhoods for sure.
yeah, cause I be back and forth between Maryland and DC like a mug to the point where, like y'all said, it's I guess it depends. But okay, so they had a checkpoint. They had those checkpoints on Benning Road one time, right?
Hmm.
I've been smoking up and down Benning Road ever since, and I shouldn't do that. But I've been smoking up and down Benning Road ever since.
Right.
I'm keeping it
Wait, oh
real.
wait, hold up,
But
wait. Smoking is legal.
it's
smoking in the
not
car driving.
illegal.
But they could search your
Not
car.
Oh, smoking
operating
and
a
driving,
That's
vehicle.
smoking
that's a
and driving.
DUI.
Oh,
Smoking
smoking
in
and
public.
driving. Oh, all right,
Yeah,
never mind.
Hold on,
yeah. I
hold
be
on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, let's clear this shit up. This is a teachable moment.
okay.
Smoking in public is not legal. They just don't enforce it.
Right.
Smoking in a vehicle, a
Right.
motor vehicle while moving is definitely a fucking infraction. They
Now I didn't
just
Right.
know she been driving.
right. Both of them are is not. Go ahead.
Well,
That's
But
it.
you're
yeah,
right. They just don't enforce it. Don't be geeking, but it's not. You be not supposed to do it.
exactly. But then I go up 14th Street, Rhode Island, 14th from Rhode Island Avenue. Okay, I go up there, and then at night they got military all on the corners.
Mm.
Yeah, then I go down Gallery Place. I didn't see no when I went, but it's like I posted it was like a passing. I know y'all seen the clip of the dude saying, "Oh, it's a UFO." I was out there.
Yeah.
We knew it wasn't UFOs, but it was a bunch of big looking military shit. I guess I don't know.
Hmm.
So it's just like a mixture of where you at and what time
I'm gonna
and
say
Yeah,
all
this
like
that.
it's
though. I'm gonna
nighttime.
say this.
Like
If
Bob
if
just said.
if they out there off the late night when usually a lot of stuff happening, that makes sense, right? So like if
Mm-hmm.
they like down Gallery, U Street, Adams, not in everybody's face, but they just you see their presence. That'll stop make a motherfucker think twice. That make more sense. But if during the day y'all just pressing niggas out when niggas outside chilling on the regular, then y'all doing too much. But if y'all out there off the late night in certain spots where shit could pop off just to make sure, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
source
So
area.
so so
I
so
agree.
it's seeming like their presence is being made like people are aware of the presence like after hours when the sun go down, which is like he said, is cool because that's when it's probably more needed
Right.
than during the day. Because during the day is like
But
most shit going on during.
we have to
Go ahead.
understand that at the same time what that can lead to and what that can mean. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that trying to shut down a whole city, like, you know what I'm saying? That and just because for what? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We talking about violence. We talking about okay. And I'm never one to say, oh yeah, we don't need to crack down on the violence, but there's other ways to do it. And bringing in the fucking army and the National Guard or whatever the fuck it is, you know what I'm saying? All that is gonna disrupt shit. That's gonna piss people off. We pissed. Niggas is mad about that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna make niggas do more. And if they push more, it's gonna
That don't
bring
make that
more.
don't make that don't make logical sense though.
Yeah, it don't at all.
I'm
that
not saying it
don't
makes
make any
logical
that don't
sense.
make
This
any
shit don't
common
have
sense.
to make. But
It has to make common sense.
okay,
It has to make logical
let
and
me
common
let
sense.
me land.
Why would you try to
No,
stir up
let me
shit when the
land, bro. Let
military
me land.
comes? That
We
don't
are
make sense.
speaking as logical people. Us right here, we speaking as people who got some sense. Who
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We cannot speak for the general public of
Nah,
people who
you right.
is pissed off and is mad because they is here. We speaking as educated, educated people. You know what I'm saying? We speaking because we got some shit to say. All of us right here on this panel.
Right.
We got some sense, and you saying
As
the
as
And
average
and the
person that
for
people
do
the
we
trip
have
general
to
out.
let
public,
those
and
people
I
know that
can
don't
speak for
make
the general public because I'm ignorant too sometimes. and I know
Yeah.
how, you know what I'm saying, shit can go. And I'm telling you, no, yeah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Niggas not
But
gonna
at the
agree with
same
it. Let's talk
token,
about it. No, we want to riot. We want to burn shit. We want to fuck shit up. That's
yeah,
how
but
it's
see, at the
up.
same time,
for
that's
no
not gonna lead to
reason.
nothing.
It's a
I agree with
2-for-1
you, bro.
though.
I agree with you. I'm there with you, but I'm saying that
Oh,
us
now
saying
it's gonna
that
lead to something,
ain't
just
gonna
not
change how the
positive.
general
Yeah,
public.
right,
The general
right.
public want to go and fuck shit up. They want to burn shit. They want to go loot shit. They want to fuck shit up. Even though that ain't really always the way to go. That's just the way they going to go, though.
But why can't the
That's
general
gonna make them
public
get
just, and I
active.
know we speaking from our perspective, I get it, but why can't the general public just go, okay, look, these motherfuckers out here, we know they coming out late, they fucking with us, let us just stay out the way.
But that's why people like
The
Trey
general,
coming because people like because they need somebody to lead them and people need guidance.
yeah,
A
the
lot of
general
people
public
don't have
don't know how to
wherewithal to
handle
really make the right decision. That's why we need
Right,
people like Trey to make peace walks and people to, you know what I'm saying? No, we're not going to loot. We're gonna go do it this way. Everybody
right.
doesn't have the wherewithal to do that. I heard somebody say earlier today, and I'm gonna stand on that for the rest of my life. Like the saying we all know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Some of
Right.
us is here to make the fucking horse drink. Some of us is here to do that.
Yeah.
And you can't just leave it just, oh, they ain't gonna hear me. You gotta make them hear you. No funny.
Right. And another thing is too, like you said back with the peace walk, right? That's another thing, like in real time. Like internet videos and shit and all that is cool, but that don't really hit home. Motherfuckers just see that shit. But when you out there really touching people and people could feel you, they see you and they really know like this something you want, like that
Clock
hit
it,
different.
Trey. Like, clock it, Trey. I don't know why you muted up, Trey, because this is what you know what I'm saying?
I'm
Clock
letting y'all cook. I'm
you
letting you,
a legend, nigga.
I
Nah,
seen you came back in
You
the
cook,
full
you know
court
what
on
I'm
them
saying?
you
You
niggas.
cooking
a legend,
for
nigga. Like like this like real live though. Like this for real though. Like niggas ain't gonna hear you until you do the shit that you saying. Like you could say
right.
whatever the fuck you want to say, but until you walk that motherfucking line, like
Yeah.
fuck that.
Hey, I got a side note for y'all. When the last time y'all heard from Black Lives Matter?
Come
when
on,
they got when they got
we
killed.
already know the
Y'all,
situation
ain't- y'all,
with Black
ain't-
Lives
hey,
Matter. Like it ain't, I don't want to do that.
y'all ain't heard from them since Obama, right? Oh, all right.
No,
No,
we heard from
no.
them when they got
It don't
sued for
Black
buying
lives
the house
still
with
matter
the
regardless of the
proceeds.
organization. Like we not gonna do it. Black
Right.
lives still matter.
I,
Fuck the organization. Black lives still matter. Thank you. We don't have to worry about
The
that
thing is,
organization. That
the
organization
whole thing, the
is
whole thing with
fraudulent
the
as y'all wanted to call it. It's fraudulent as hell, yes. But
the
I hear
whole thing with
we
this
don't even
Trump
need to bring
shit.
that up. We talking about niggas who really doing shit, like the legend Trey Five. Thank you. We not talking about them.
Look, the whole thing is a 2-for-1, dog. Like, and that's what people need to understand. It's a 2-for-1. It's creating confusion. If y'all want to fake rebel against something that I put in place, that's just going not ain't great for the general public. You know what I'm saying? We'll boost our arrest record and then we'll throw some type of
you gonna
narrative
give them
on
what
it.
they want.
Yeah, we're gonna be giving them what they want. Exactly. And then at the same time, I'm keeping the narrative off of what people have been pressing me about the whole time.
Right,
Government policy, which is taking funds away from jurisdictions and governments and abolishing whole departments and releasing these files. So all
right,
of this is 2-for-1. Y'all want a buck, cool. I'm gonna throw your ass in the paddy wagon, and y'all gonna have something else to talk about, which ain't the Epstein file.
Right.
right. But
Yeah,
that
I think
goes
it go back to what all y'all was saying earlier. Like all of this shit that's going on is all the fucking smoke and mirrors. It's all smoke and
right.
mirrors.
Right. But it also go back to early when y'all was talking about Thug, when y'all was saying it's bullshit and we need to stop giving it our attention, our energy and stop talking about it. Right? But at the same token, this is why we need to have these conversations because if shit like this going on and we don't have our perspective, so somebody that don't know how to look at it or may not, like you said, have the guidance to know, okay, okay, this was going on, this how I should go about it versus, oh, all I know and ain't no telling what that is. So when you got platforms like this where motherfuckers talk about it, give motherfuckers them perspective versus what they know. That's why it's important for us to talk about the shit.
Yeah, this shit, not the thug shit. We should be talking about that shit because that's taking the narrative and the attention away from stuff like this, which is actually important.
But it
Or
can correlate.
But
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
how
So
we
let's say
relate to the
let's
people
say let's
that
say
pay
the thug
attention
shit
to
take
that,
away from
brother.
something else. You
I
bring
don't
that up
relate
and
to
you
that
get
shit.
to that topic.
Ooh, we caught that joint. Nah, we gotta retrain our process of thinking, bro. Like
I'm
that
with
shit get
you.
way too much attention when this is the stuff that actually needs attention. So like you ain't gonna be worrying about too much of what Young Thug talking about, like the data center shit. It
Yeah.
don't matter what Young Thug talking about if your ass can't breathe, you got bronchitis or something, and they just put all these chemical emissions in your motherfucking area. You worried about Young Thug or you worried about your health? Like
But
what we
see,
got?
but you see how you just did that? How you brought up Young Thug, and then at the same token you went into that. That's what I'm saying. How it can be done. All this attention on this. Let's bring this up so we can get them, and then boom. You see what I'm saying? That's how it can go
Yeah,
hand in hand. I'm not saying you got to have a whole conversation about Thug, but if that's what's getting the attention, okay, boom. But then hit them with what really is important, because they
I
gonna
can
You
get
watch
gotta
it
have
behind that.
enough
anyway.
context about what's going on with Young Thug because I'm a firm believer of meeting the youth where they at.
Right,
So sometimes you gotta
right,
meet them where they at and understand what's going on in their world. Why are you obsessed with this trial? Why are you obsessed with this artist? Why are you obsessed with what's going on with these guys? Okay, let me tap in a little bit. Okay, bet. I see why you are, but this is what's going on with us. And
right,
Right,
let me
right,
give you
right,
the
right,
pros
right.
and cons because I educated myself enough on your side to give you an educated pro and
right,
con and then give you a choice of like, come
right,
on, youngin, which one you think is more important?
right.
Because imagine
Versus
we had
if
a
you just
youth at
come at
that
them,
protest.
right.
I
Versus
can get
if you
with
just come at them talking about a data center, they're not gonna want to hear that.
that.
You get what I'm saying? They're not gonna want to hear
Yeah,
that. You got to find a way to, give it to them. So it's
Reel
like,
them in.
yeah, reel them in,
right,
right?
Yeah. Learning a few talking points about the Young Thug shit, give you that fishing rod to reel them
Yeah,
in.
reel them. Yep.
So you can, yeah, once you get them on the dock, you know what I'm saying? Once you get the fish on the dock, then you can cut the head off and clean it and eat it, right? So
Mm-hmm.
once you
yeah,
reel them in, get them on the dock, you can sit them down and be, look, hey, I know you have, you've been thinking and watching and locked in with this, but here, look, check this out right here. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Go down the rabbit hole with this. Because you done already went down as many rabbit holes you can go with this Young Thug shit. And here, take this shit right here, go down this rabbit hole, give yourself something else to spend a little bit of time on. Yeah, I feel you.
And then that's gonna help them realize, oh damn, I'm really wasting my time entertaining this bullshit when this really going on.
hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully,
yeah.
right, right. You still got some
Hopefully,
that ain't gonna want to hear, but
for shit show.
yeah, but I
No,
feel
I
like
get it.
either or, like, hit both points because they into what they into.
Street
And I'm
shit.
gonna be 100, y'all. I mean, y'all could disagree, but I don't think when I was coming up, I got real context, and it could be a social media and all of that, but from the OGs of people that was older than me that watched these artists come up, I don't feel like I got real context and real truth about Biggie's and Tupac's. It was until I got older and now I can contextualize the lyrics that they were saying. Oh, he said what? Oh, he from where? Oh, he did what? To be like, oh, maybe he ain't as cool as y'all making him to be with me having my own adult
Right.
perspective on him. But I'm like, as a
You know
kid, if
what?
y'all would have told me some of those
We
things,
got
or I had access to some of those things, I would not be championing those artists either.
we
You know
got
we ain't never
contact.
listening. You know we ain't never listening to no Biggie in the crib. So you
Huh?
know we ain't never listening to no Biggie. We
No,
never listening. We never listen to no.
and I
Hey
probably
Trey, get him out of here right now.
We
Hey,
got
hold on,
contact.
hold
Hey,
on.
that's the
Wait,
he the
wait,
versus champ, Jazz. You might gotta see him.
wait,
You might have to
wait.
bring Biggie to the verses. You undefeated.
Hey, bring that
I thought
fat
we had
gay
I thought we had
motherfucker
a
to the
thing
verses
going
if
on
you
here.
want. I'ma kill that nigga with
I thought we had
his
a thing going
young
on here.
nigga.
When you say something crazy like that,
What?
We
Hey, go listen to.
definitely.
Hold on. Time out, y'all. Go listen to me and my bitch. 18 seconds into the joint. If you still listening to that song, we ain't got no more. We ain't friends no more.
He said date rate Raven Simone,
I
bro. That's
mean,
crazy.
I really,
Yeah, he was definitely
I
saying some
really,
wild
I
shit
really
back in
like
the
him when
day,
he
dog.
said it because I'm just a baby and things of that nature.
I mean, when I get why you might like Biggie because he's saying shit that you probably end up doing. You know what I'm saying? He into the shit that you into. You know what I'm saying? You into niggas, he into niggas. So I get it.
Yeah,
So I get.
he definitely used to say some wild shit back in the day.
Uh, I don't want us to go down the rabbit hole with
Trey
Biggie,
said,
man.
"Okay, we going somewhere I didn't want to go."
Yeah, I don't want us to go down that rabbit hole with Biggie.
My bad.
Well, guys,
No disrespect.
Maryland Governor Westmore says no to the guard patrolling in Baltimore, y'all. He calls it performative. He cites it as Trump just trying to gain political gain and doing, you know what I'm saying, showmanship with all of this media invasion into these cities that he say are crime ridden. I want to know, what do y'all feel about Westmore, man? Is he Merlin's leader, man? Is he the next? Would y'all vote for him as the next Democratic candidate, or how do y'all feel about how Westmore is going at Trump, and how do y'all feel about him being a future Democrat candidate? What's up, Zara? You here, gang? How you feel about Westmore?
I didn't think he was gonna pick my ass, but um, I got my own feelings about Westmore. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go down that path right now. What I will say is he too is performative, and he need to stop poking the bear. As a Maryland resident, it's not that he can do what he does in D.C. in a state because California already proved it. It's just why put your residents through that shit. Um, and I got some thoughts on how that shit kind of connected that gets into the with the girl that just body was found or whatever. But yeah, just worry about your state, bro. Like, don't get into a spat back and forth with the president because that's not something that you are gonna. That's not a war you'll win. You might win a battle or two, but you're not gonna win the war. And Trump is on a mission to prove how much power and influence he had. So he's squeezing the life out of a lot of different industries, departments, individuals, just to prove a point. It don't have nothing to do with what's good, what's right, or any of that shit. So stay out that man way and worry about what the fuck you got going on the ground. Because, like I said, we got a data center that they're trying to put into a highly populated area. You got a bunch of backdoor deals going on that people don't necessarily all know about. Like, you might want to keep your shit together before he start pulling on your closet door at the same time. So that's how I feel about Westmore. Um, we got bigger fish to fry. Leave that man alone. Let them deal with what they got to deal with, and worry about your people.
I feel like Westmore is stirring the pot. Um, but Trump also really doesn't have a reason to come into Baltimore because I feel like Baltimore really has everything under control. They already have like their own armed security on corners of different places, so everything is controlled there. I feel like if he wants to flex his commander in chief power, I feel like he should take it to places that actually need the National Guard there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Maryland, almost in the sense, we really don't need it because we Maryland for real. But the places that's like has the gangs and that's highly populated with violence, they should be there.
I believe, yeah, he should let's just focus on Maryland. That's how I just feel about that.
I mean, I don't. I feel like it's all a game. I don't know. I feel like I feel like as far as like him not letting them in Baltimore, like y'all said, they don't need him. They got their own thing going on already. I feel like Trump just trying to fuck with people for real. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like Trump know how we gonna look at it and we gonna have our opinion. I feel like he doing whatever he gotta do to just get the attention off him. That's generally how I look at it. He just gonna do whatever to just have somebody talking about something.
Y'all, no shade. We know, obviously, and I think some of us are forgetting that DC is not a state. So DC is not awarded the same luxuries that other states have. And that is why Trump can bring these people up in here and do that shit. That still affects us because we have to travel through DC. Like, this still affects us closely. It can't happen in Baltimore and it can't happen in other states because niggas is not rocking for that shit. And I don't know a lot about Governor Westmore, but what I do know is that he is the one who implemented all of those things for the Baltimore youth to, you know what I'm saying, have some shit to do other than fucking fight and shoot and stab each other, which is says more than whoever the fuck got anything to do with us here in PG. Like, what the fuck? We don't need them niggas here being in the way, doing all this extra shit. Like, it ain't a state thing. Like, it's just obvious. Like, he flexed his muscle because he could on a piece of the world that don't really
Real
have.
life.
That's fact.
That's my take.
So, like, the stuff in Baltimore, Westmore didn't do that. The mayor of Baltimore did that.
Facts, facts, facts.
Chicago did the same thing. Bowser,
You say
fucking
who
King
did that?
Cooper,
Not Westmore.
tried to do, huh?
You say who did that instead?
The mayor of Baltimore put all those programs in place for the youth, which was a great, excellent, well executed plan or whatever. But Westmore don't get credit for that. That was the mayor. Two, a lot of the states that have these high crime rates are red states. He don't want to put red states on Front Street, so he's poking at blue states. Like I said, everything he's doing is like some vindictive kid high school type shit. It's like he didn't vote for me, so I'm gonna fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? So like that's part of the distraction. It's like when he first started talking about the Epstein file, this motherfucker started talking about he was gonna arrest Beyonce and Oprah and he was gonna release some files on, but why he was just throwing shit out there, dog. Um, so it's all a distraction. That's not a distraction that Westmore needs to be buying into or feeding into, because what he can do is he can still send them and it's still gonna cause a bunch of bullshit and headache. Now whether they make it to the neighborhoods or not, that's a whole nother fiasco. And guess what's gonna be tied up then? Local fucking resources. Local resources that are already scarce because they done cut all the federal budgets. So this is shit we don't need to be dealing with just because you feel like having a pitching contest with somebody that you know you're not going to win the pitching contest with. That's my whole stance on it. So like he needs to just worry about what we got going on. You got black women disappearing at a high rate, bodies being found, and you do have crime in specific areas, and then you do have areas where you need to put more emphasis into the ecosystem. But you sitting here worrying about fucking data centers and shit so that y'all can all get these little separate payoffs. Let's just cut the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Worry about what you need to be worrying about. This is like propaganda for him to eventually run for office. Like I'm gonna be one of the Democrats that's gonna rebel against this motherfucker so that I can gain the comfort in the vote in the support of the people who don't fuck with him.
I was
It's
going.
so
You
powerful.
already went there. I was going to go there with it. I was going to say this might be a play for him to be like, yeah, if you don't like Trump, you like me. You can like me because I'm gonna go against that nigga on whatever he do, just so he can, lobby for votes in the future. Damn, that's crazy. I had that same thought.
Now, would y'all vote for him or Trump?
Him or Trump, Trump can't run again. Trump
Damn,
done.
y'all gonna hate me because I don't vote.
Y'all said Westmore too?
Like, that's your
I
right.
was gonna say neither.
That's your right. I feel like, you know, should exercise your right, whether it's on a 4 year status or a 2 year status, because
I, yeah, I'm about to say
all of
that
this is true,
if I start voting, it would be more so on that 2 year vote.
it's
I would
absolutely necessary because those are the people that's the people that affect your day to day, everyday
day
life.
to day. Yep, yep,
I'm saying
yep.
when it comes down to them having these standoffs down at the House and on the Congress, those delegates that represent your state are the ones that's fighting for your interests. So if
Right.
you don't vote because you don't give a fuck that somebody gets in and don't have your interest at heart, when they get down there and they have these fucking votes where it's like 53 to whatever, and they need a
Yep.
certain amount of people, you might not have that representation at the table because we don't have the person that's representing us. So all of that shit is important. Whether you
Yeah,
believe in the
that's why you would never hear me complain about none of that shit because I never did my part on my end to to have a stance to complain. You know what I'm saying? I would I never complain about none of that shit.
it's all the trickle down effect. You know what I'm saying? So the people that's in office is the people like just say for instance, Maryland's General Assembly. Every county has a delegate. And those delegates make up more or less the Maryland General Assembly. They come together and they meet about all things Maryland. These motherfuckers be talking about casinos, data centers, funding, budgets, cannabis. I know I'm all up in the cannabis shit. That's my industry. They talking about
For
any and
sure.
every recreational funds, police staffing. You know what I'm saying? And it's a representative that comes in on behalf of every topic they talking about, meaning the public, and they give their opinion. They got to listen to that shit. Because if the public doesn't like what you talking about, we can go against it. And if we
Mhm.
go against it, your ass ain't getting back in office.
At all, yeah, yeah.
So it's
Your
a
ass be
big
sitting there
ass
watching from the
subject.
outside. Yep.
It all matters, bro. All of it.
Yeah.
So you gotta, tap in.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, you
disagree
can
with you
watch
there.
that shit on YouTube. That shit be live. Every time they have a session, they gotta post that shit publicly. They gotta say what the topic is, and they gotta show that shit video. So even if you can't go up there, you can write in and make your presence known, and you can also just watch, just to see. Like I was looking out for a cannabis bill a few months ago because they were trying to stop cannabis events and whatnot. And while I'm waiting for my meeting to come up, they start talking about the data center shit. That's how I got hit to it because I didn't even know that they was on that shit.
Right,
And they
right.
have been voted for this shit a year earlier, which is coming back around now. But it was like just a random ass topic. Like, oh shit. So yeah, everything matters, all of it.
All right, man. Sad to say, we're gonna end on I don't know how certain people would feel about it, but pretty much of a heavy note. A young 19-year-old girl, man. Dakar Thompson was found on Route 50, man, and we gonna talk about it on the Sice Report. Yeah, so young 19 Dakar Thompson was found in Prince George's County, Route 50, and police say she was last seen entering a black SUV. A suspect has been arrested, a 35-year-old Hugo Hernandez Mendez, 35 of Bowie. He's been charged with first and second degree murder, and he held without a bond. Officials say he is in the U.S. unlawfully, and an investigation is ongoing. From the facts that came out publicly and what we know about the situation, because they said it was evidence found in the SUV and in the bedroom where he supposedly stays, but the death has not been a final ruling on that. So, based off public documents, how do y'all feel about this viral missing persons situation? She's now found, and all of these children and black women and women and people from our culture that keep getting kidnapped or going missing in this area.
First off, I want to start by giving sending prayers to the family of all of the missing women. Hopefully, the rest of them can be found without, incident or what have you. Um, this one kind of deep, dog. Cause like online, I'm pretty sure everybody's been seeing the public perception of the deceased young lady. I want to first off say, regardless of what people may think or whatever the narrative is about her sexual promiscuity or whatever, none of that warrants somebody being killed. So that's the first thing I want to say. If she was out there doing whatever she was doing, that doesn't give him the permission to take her life. Um, as far as on the parent side, like a lot of times we like to believe our kids are a certain way, but we don't really know how our children are when they're not around us. So I want to also throw that out there. But this is what I was saying as far as like stuff that Westmore needs to be paying more attention to versus going back and forth with Trump about bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Or possibilities or what have you. I want to say it's like 4 or 5 young black women that have been abducted or missing, so to speak. She was the first one that was found. I would like for this to be a learning lesson for all of our youth to like just be more aware of the people y'all dealing with, how y'all move, safety, um, and things of that nature. Be careful, man. Make good decisions and try to prevent this from happening again. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to go real deep into like her character or assumptions of her character. Because like I said, I don't think any of that warrants somebody to take your life. Whether you felt like you was going out for a quickie, you was tricking, or you met him at the club, whatever. None of that shit warrants somebody's life being taken. So I think people need to lay off of that narrative and focus on the main one, which is somebody's life was taken. Um, I also kind of low key feel like them throwing the narrative of him being a legal citizen is feeding into the back and forth narrative of Westmore and fucking Trump. So with stuff like that hitting the airwaves, that gives Trump more leverage to say, see, y'all do need us over there. Nah, we putting boots on the ground. I just had an issue with another guy with fucking the ICE takeover. So now we're gonna go in all in. So that's kind of like my feeling about it. So like hopefully this is a learning lesson, and hopefully the other women can be found safely, and hopefully this ain't like no serial killer shit. But this is the stuff that we need to be focused on as Maryland residents, like safety and things of that nature. That's my take.
First, I want to give my condolences, and I hope her soul had a peaceful transition to the afterlife. I feel like in situations like this, all accountability falls back on the parents. Had to take better care of the children and the youth, because not only there's a lot of missing women, there's like missing 7 year olds, 9 year olds, and like 8 year olds. And even my brother that works at Lowe's, he said throughout the day there's always code twos. And he told me that a code two means somebody lost their child. So it's like I feel like there has to be something set in place that makes the parents accountable for situations like this. And back to what Buck was saying, I feel like spinning the narrative with this missing person story is going into the debate and what's going on with Westmore and Trump is playing into that narrative because there's a lot of missing children, like children that aren't even in school that are going missing, and that's really a problem. And I feel like that should be the main focus. Is like tapping in and making sure the children are safe because it's too much technology, it's too much surveillance. There's cell phones, there's everything. There's no reason for children to be going missing. Children have tablets. They should have something like a smartwatch or something so you can know where your child at. And that's my take on that.
Everybody took what I was gonna say, so I agree.
Elaborate. Give your version.
Well, honestly, I was just eating a bit, and I'm a little food high, so
All right, I did a little looking at this while they was talking, but they did cover some good points. Her background, I don't give a fuck if she was a whore. Like that don't matter, bruh. That him being illegal, her being a whore, none of that shit matters. She was killed. That's what matters. He need to, you know what I'm saying? This individual needs to be punished for the crime he committed. Yeah, if they want to, man, I don't know, bro. I think, man, we might need to bring the death penalty back for shit like this because, to that point, it's a lot of young children missing, and I'm with Ace on that. A lot of it falls back on the parents. Um, I feel like the tablets and shit like that. I think that's not a good idea. I think smartwatches, shit like that. I hate to say that we need to put air tags on our kids because that also plays into the bad points of the parenting. It's like like it's allowing parents to be lazy. Like nah. Her background don't matter. His legal or illegal status don't matter. He need to pay for his crime. I think we needed to bring the death penalty back for shit like this.
Yeah, I definitely don't agree with like having to put like air tags on the children, but it's coming to a point where it's like, why are so many children coming up missing? So it comes to the point where like we have to like start tracking it now because it's like outstanding, bro. Like I remember when we was living in Fort Washington, bro, when we used to get the paper in the mail, I used to see the missing children. This has been going on since I was 8 years old.
Hmm.
Longer than that.
Yeah,
Longer
so
than
like
that.
what's really going on, bro? In this area of
Honest.
Maryland, it's crazy. And it's even more crazy in Ohio, how the children are coming up missing. So it's like that really need to be the topic of discussing. The missing children and genocide.
It's still some missing children's weird shit going on in Virginia with the ice cream truck that's not getting a lot of coverage.
Damn.
It was at one point, but then that shit just fell the fuck off the radar. See what I'm saying? They ain't talking about that shit either. It's a bunch of. I want to say it's up to damn near 40 kids that's been reported. At least it's double digits. I know that for sure. Y'all can look it up. It was double digits of kids reported missing and still haven't been found in Virginia. And they're saying that it's like these weird ice cream trucks riding around neighborhoods at times where it should not be no ice cream truck, like after dark type shit with weird lights playing music and kids been missing all throughout Virginia, and it's not getting no major coverage. So yeah, it's a lot of weird stuff going on out here. I think we've always kind of had this weirdo shit going on, but because of the updates in technology, we are able to get the news around a lot better. So like the air tag
Right.
suggestion, although I'm like a hybrid with technology. Like I like it, but I don't want to overdo it. But that's a
Facts.
Right.
good use case. That is a very good use case for just keeping tabs on your kids. So like, yeah, I don't want my kids on the phone and on the tablets all goddamn day. I take the
Right.
tablet from, I take all their electronic devices after a certain time every night, except for the weekends. But
Yep.
they
9
need to have
p.m.
the phone, right? You know what I'm saying? But they need to have that phone when they're not around me because I need to know where you at. I need to be able to look at my phone and be able to try. Yeah, they are where they're supposed to be. Okay, cool. Like, so some of this stuff is a bird. Like, we gotta, like you said, we gotta be more diligent as parents, man.
As
We
parents.
can't
Yep.
just be having this autopilot mindset and then thinking that nothing can happen because shit could happen.
Yeah. Just because you see it on the news, don't mean it's only on the news.
Yeah,
Like motherfuckers don't want to. They don't want to start thinking of solution oriented ideas until the shit hit home in their backyard. When we should be working more diligent on ways to be proactive instead of reactive.
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
so how do we do that? If I mean, only person I've seen place accountability was Ace. You placing it on the kids.
No,
Uh,
I'm
he said no. He
I
placed it
mean, I
on the
said the
parent.
kids, the parents. I'm burnt out.
Oh
The
yeah,
parents.
I'm about to say
right.
not the parent.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't
with you.
support the blaming the parent scenario because, like I said, you don't know who your kids are when you're not around them. And she's
True.
grown. She's 19 years old, so it ain't like she was out after curfew or some shit like that. She has her own vehicle, so obviously he feels like she's responsible because she's paying her. I don't know if she got a note, had a note or whatever, but like car insurance, all these kind of things, right? So
Yeah,
you
they
can't.
said she just completed a 1 year a 1 year internship recently or whatever. So
Yeah,
like
so
she
like
seemed like she was,
she was
halfway
responsible,
doing the right shit. At
right? So
least halfway.
you can't you can't say who your kids are when you're not around, and
True.
you can't like restrict them. You can't put her in a bubble when she's an adult and she's doing
Right.
things she's supposed to do, so she should be allowed some freedom.
Some
I would
freedom,
just
yep.
I would just say like the safety aspect, like move better. Make sure you teaching your kids how to move and how to like don't do this, don't do that. Look out for red flags. So it was some skeptical decisions made, but she
Right.
texted the parent showed the dad showed the text message.
Yeah. She texted
Hey,
that night before, like, hey, I'm going to get gas
I
and
want
then
I want to
she
say that it's
texted back and see if she got the game.
it's easy
mm,
to say that. It's easy to say that you should make good decisions and you should know better. I got a dad. I've made bad decisions and things can happen in the flash of a moment. I know for a fact, thinking about looking at women who ain't made it home and just hearing about shit and certain things that I did when I was younger. I'm 29. I done did a lot of shit. A lot of shit that I should not have done. Shit my mother don't know,
right.
my father don't know. No funny. And
To Buck point.
it's a lot of reasons. It's a lot of times them times that was really irresponsible and I really shouldn't have made it home. But I did. So like when we talk about like, oh yeah, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that, I feel like that kind of skews the fucking villain in the story. You should not prey on women. You should not prey on anybody. You should not hurt people. You should not take advantage of people. Like people
Yeah.
gonna make bad decisions, and even that person that is doing the humming is making a bad decision. But I just don't like when it turned into, well, you should have did this and you should have did that. Like I feel like that's a little irresponsible.
No, what I'm saying is more so as a teachable moment. So like
Yeah,
we all know it's evil people out here. We all know it's fucking rapists, it's molesters, it's all these fucking weird ass people out here. So we have to make good conscious decisions to avoid these scenarios. We can't put
Right.
ourselves in harm's way because they're gonna be in that shadowy alley waiting for us to come out the club drunk so that they can snatch stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like as a parent, we need to instill the right type of lessons and safety aspects to
At the
our
same time, yeah,
children.
that's me talking as a child, not me talking as a parent. Like I don't got no
Yeah.
kids, so that's me talking as still like from the child. So you're right. You know what I'm saying? I can't even look at it from that perspective because and
Yeah,
you know,
we're not
like
trying to let the
I'm
we,
always gonna look at it from my perspective. Like I know I done did shit, but you know what I'm saying. So I feel you 100%. I don't even got no. That's not even a debate on my point.
Now you do have a valid point because once you get to a certain age, once you get
we
to a
think different.
teenager, you know what I'm saying, and older to the age that she was at, you know what I'm saying, you're able to make your own decisions. But as far as like what I was talking about from like the 4 year olds to the 8 and 9 year olds and 10 year
Right.
olds that's coming up missing, that's like where the curiosity comes in at.
I mean, that's just
Yeah,
predatory for sure.
But like what you were saying, as far as being a teenager, being able to make your own decisions outside of what you was taught, that makes perfect sense.
Honestly,
yeah, we all made bad decisions and whatnot.
I
We've
done
all done
been
some
some
stuff
places
we
that did
did.
some shit, nigga. Like, yeah, no fun.
Yeah, and thankfully you still here to talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So like, we not letting the villain off the hook by any means. Was
Nah,
this
nah, that nigga need to chill.
situation? Potentially, yeah. There was some things that could have been done to avoid it, but it still shouldn't have happened.
Movies?
You know what I'm saying?
Still shouldn't have happened for sure, sure.
It still
Okay,
shouldn't
hold
have
on, wait. We
Mhm.
got it. We got a comment from a view
Sharice,
of
she says
Where she
the
at?
only thing that yeah, where you at, Sharice? She says the only thing that needs to be held accountable is the idea around sanctuary cities.
uh
Protecting illegals is outrageous. That man
agreed.
had no right
No
to
right.
do what the fuck he did to her.
Period. I
Well,
agree.
that's another thing you got to talk to your local officials about because for them to become a safe haven for illegals, the government officials got to approve it. They can't just dump motherfuckers. If they do, it's going to be a backlash and they're going to end up putting them right back on the bus and sending their ass out somewhere else. So if your government official is saying, hey, we'll take some more, oh yeah, we're high on this, that, and the third idea, then that's where you become a sanctuary city. It's states
In
that
my
do that
heart,
shit.
I still don't feel like that sentiment is fair either though. If we're gonna get super specific and we're gonna go numbers and we can go statistics on the amount of immigrants that attack and abuse women. But I don't think that's fair. You know what I'm saying? I think that's just it's just a man and woman thing. Like I don't think it's fair to go and throw because unless that's I mean, I know the man that we are talking about is he Mexican or Hispanic of some sort.
Yeah.
What is
He Latino. Yeah, we
he
say
Latino?
we say
Yeah,
Latino.
but
Yeah, we say Latino.
I don't. I mean,
She's
shoot me if
saying that.
I'm wrong, but I don't think that's fair in the big
Yeah.
in the big
She's
picture.
She's
But
saying it shouldn't be like a race war or race bait and then fear mongering
say something
around
about
just
illegal. I'm
nationality.
like, yeah, but I mean, he could have been any race and still did the same
Yeah,
thing. Like, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, I mean, if that's just me though. I
No,
got
that's a
a soft
good
spot
point.
for this type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's just how.
That's a very good point. His nationality, I think that's a headline that they're choosing to use versus the fact that it was a crime committed.
Yeah,
And
Mm.
like
Right.
you can
crime.
use that one specific thing to push a narrative, but like you know what I'm saying? Violence is violence. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's when people try to push the black on black shit versus black on black violence ain't real. Like, I mean, it is, but we don't got like shit this I don't know. That's just a weird I don't anyway. He
No, I
should
get
have
it.
did that to that
So
girl.
how do we prevent these things if we don't hold nothing accountable? If we
I mean,
like
I
Y'all,
forget
think
about
he
him
should
being
be
an
held
illegal,
accountable. I just feel like he
forget
shouldn't be held
about this,
accountable on
forget
how he
about that. How do we
some
prevent it?
things, some things are like some shit you just can't prevent. So like,
Unfortunately, that's what I was just about to say. Unfortunately, that's life. We as all humans, and we have free will, and that's what people get religion, and they get what's the word when you believe in religion? The word
Spirituality or something.
spirituality, faith. That's what people
Faith.
get that confused because you know what I'm saying? We are still humans. I can still pick up this bowl of noodles and I can twist these noodles around in this bowl the way the fuck I want to. If God didn't say that in the Bible and I'm a God fearing woman, you know what I'm saying? I can still do that. Like some people get that confused and why we go through bad shit and why we lost our best friends and why other people lost their children and why some women can't have a children and they wonder why God is doing that when that's if you believe if you got faith and you a God fearing person and you believe in the word, you know that You know what I'm saying? It's not what is being done to you, it's what you have to endure. Everybody don't believe in that. So I know that was a lot of words, but I hope that, you know what I'm saying, to get all the way. I went down the street and around the corner to answer the question, but
We took the walk with you.
you hear me?
Man, I'm talking about to go there. Nah, I mean,
I
yeah,
don't think any crime can be 100% prevented though. You know,
right.
Dang, you know what I'm saying? Niggas, people gonna do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
shit gonna happen.
shit is gonna happen. You can't like
But
that mean we in this little and y'all seen them weird movies where they just like everybody do the same shit and it's like the same painted houses and everybody wear the same clothes and it's that weird like AI world or some shit.
like Colts,
Yeah,
them
yeah.
motherfuckers is like Colts.
That's 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 the alternative to a world where nobody commit no crime, where everybody do the same shit. Because if people can live their own brain and do their own thing, shit gonna happen.
Then shit gonna always happen. So
Shit,
it's just gotta be a teachable moment for the next
Right.
to avoid the next one. We
nigga like
gotta
me, I already know. Everybody doing the right thing. I'm about to start some trouble. I already know. I'm one of them people. I'm about to stir shit up. Go funny.
Damn heathen.
Fuck shit too smooth, bro. You about to stir shit up. Like
You need some excitement to feel like you're alive.
I need some. I'm
Yeah,
about to stir some. Baby. So
I think what's been said by each and every panelist so far is some good points. Is definitely a teachable moment. Of course, we can't prevent everything from happening. Shit is going to happen because, like she said, we human. But to Ace point though, like we do, Ace and Buck both made a similar point. It's like we do have to start doing things in the house to how do I say this? Like we gotta start doing things in the house, like the teachable moments, you know what I'm saying? But we gotta also we gotta try to figure out how to be proactive. That's the big question. How do we be proactive with with the kids so that they encounter less of these fucked up situations? And the villain is the one who in this particular case, the villain is the one who all the onus is on. You know what I mean? It's like you did the crime, you got to do the time, bro. Like, and to be honest, I actually think the death penalty for him might be a cop out. That might be an easy way out. I think a nigga like him might they might need to put him in. They might need to have him serve a life sentence in a cell block where it's a bunch of rapists and murderers. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what he need to. No, they need to put him in. They need to put him in the jail where. What's the nigga that's locked up in Kansas City, the booty snatcher or whatever the fuck they call that nigga? They need to put that nigga in a cell with his ass, bruh. That nigga take pride in taking niggas' ass. So they need to put him
I
in a
don't know
I
if I
cell.
think
go with that
Kirk came home.
narrative that it's gonna happen anyway.
Say it again.
Y'all with the, it's gonna happen anyway. I don't know if I agree with that narrative.
Not this particular crime. I'm talking about there's gonna be crimes that's gonna happen anyway. You know what I'm saying? We can't prevent 100% of crime. You know what I'm saying? Like just like we can't
Okay, that's
like
understandable.
you know how like they trying to use the National Guard shit to say oh crime is down. There's crime is never going to be at 0%.
Right.
There's just that's just
My
and
auntie just
that's
got her car stolen last night.
see. I stole some tea from the fucking 7-Eleven 2 hours ago. I walked in, motherfucker asked her for hot water, grabbed a bag of tea and some sugar.
No,
Allegedly,
so
allegedly,
funny.
allegedly.
My auntie
Yes,
just got her
allegedly, allegedly.
2022 Accord stolen.
Oh
Just
my bad. Oh my
Now,
bad. My bad. Y'all didn't see the air
I'm gonna have
quotes.
to put. I'm tripping. I'm gonna have to put in front of the show. The thoughts that are expressed on this show do not represent the
The
Sice
brand.
room.
Those of the Sice room.
They represent the
definitely
individuals who
trying to
portrayed
get
those
that because
thoughts.
these niggas
Yeah,
be saying
you
anything,
gotta
gang.
have disclaimers.
Boy, y'all be going
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah. We definitely. My
Hey,
bad. Y'all didn't see the air quotes. My bad. Air quotes. I put the air quotes.
Y'all be going
Because
crazy, man.
they let me get the hot water. You know what I'm saying? The nigga watched me pick up the tea bag and the sugar. You know what I'm saying? He ain't say shit to me, so I just
Yeah, we don't know
told
nothing
him
about
have a
that.
nice day.
We got love
Allegedly,
for
allegedly.
we got love for you know what I'm saying,
No, no,
businesses that's in the area, man. Just know
yo,
that
yeah,
we
that's
do
funny.
not condone the alleged acts that he is
Yeah,
portraying.
we do not condone any type of crime being
On
committed
next
for sure.
episode of Power. The fuck? This dude. But oh yeah, but if y'all saying crime period, okay, I'm with y'all. I understand
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that
Crime period.
crime is gonna happen regardless. It's a way of it's human nature for people to take
Yeah.
advantage of others.
Very
I
much
understand
so.
that.
Ain't still the hot water. I asked for the hot water. I see the comments. She talking about don't admit still the hot water and tea bags is crazy. I didn't steal the hot water.
Oh, I ain't know
I asked the
Sharice was gonna comment.
employees. I asked the
Oh yeah, shit. Dang,
employees.
I didn't even see you, Sharice, in the comments. My bad,
They
gang.
don't put the
She
numbers up there
said.
for comment.
She
You
said
got
the.
on it.
She said this dude that they killed this girl was locked up back in April and was released. This
Yeah,
could have been prevented had he been kept in jail the first fucking time.
he got pulled over by the
Damn.
park police.
Sharice said,
Like
"Where you at, girl?"
he got
She
pulled
talking
over by
about
the
let me
park
go to
police.
bed and
Let him
still
go.
commenting. Oh, he got pulled over by park police?
He
Oh
got pulled
shit.
over by
Yeah, the
park
park
police.
police is
They
wild.
let him go. So that's another thing. So like, how can we confirm that he was here illegally and he was an illegal alien if the park police pulled him over and let him go? That means he had documentation good enough for the park police to say, "All right, take your ass home. We'll see you in court." Or gave him a fine or whatever it is.
Or did they do
Mm,
their due diligence? Because I'm gonna tell you, I had me a bullshit ID for a minute, and
allegedly.
well, honestly, I can't say that because I'm a girl and I'm pretty, and I know I've seen it in action how that works with like just with men in the law. Like, I'm not even. Never mind. I'm not even gonna bring that back up.
You seen what he looked like? Y'all, everybody seen his
I
mugshot,
done,
right?
I done been
Yeah,
speeding
yeah. Hey,
down
he
the
look like
highway. I've been
man, that
speeding down
nigga
the
look like
highway.
he
I seen a
And
nigga
you
chase
just
me down,
I
bro.
see the
I seen
delivery
a
you
nigga
boys
chase
just
got.
me
made the
down.
case. You
All
just
he did
made the
was
case.
flash the light, get on the side of me, and say, "Slow down." If I was one of y'all niggas,
It would have went down.
it would have been way totally different. He got on the side to see what it was. He seen my little ass, and this was years ago. I'm 29 right now. This was years ago. I really was like probably 19 or some shit. Real life. He
Shit.
looked at me, flashed the light, said, "Slow the fuck down," and kept
these
going.
stories are fictional.
I
Nah,
know
it's
that shit don't be the same for women and men. I just know that. But
so
I know it.
one, she's absolutely right. Women get away with a whole lot more shit. Two, it also depends on what time it is when you're on your bullshit. Because if they don't feel like doing that paperwork because they about to clock out, you just
Cause
gonna get
yeah,
the warning. Boop boop, hey,
man.
slow your motherfucking ass down. Like, oh shit. And then they gonna go about their way because I ain't trying to be out here for another 2 hours. I'm about to clock out in 10 minutes.
I'm gonna tell y'all one other thing that I know for a fact, and it was a white man. I got pulled over in South Carolina, y'all. I never had a license in my life. To this day, I've never had a license. I got pulled over in South Carolina because I pulled out of the truck stop without my front lights on. He pulled me over, y'all. I was smoking in the whip and everything. I didn't have no license. I gave him the wrong name. Okay, I gave him my sister name. I'm driving to Georgia. I gave him my sister name. He asked me to fucking.
Oh, that ain't the wrong name. That's somebody else's motherfucking
Well,
name. You
yeah, I
made
gave
a
him
mistake
somebody
right
else's name.
there.
Damn, young thug.
Number one, I had a warrant. I don't have a license, so I gave him somebody else's name. He asked me the
Mm-hmm.
address. I start stuttering. I bullshitted. I fucked up, y'all. I start stuttering. I'm in South Carolina. Around, sounding dumb as shit. I said, all right, look, I ain't got no license. You know, so I just straight told him. I copped to it. The nigga let me go, gave me a fucking ticket. It was a $400 ticket, but he gave me a ticket and let me fucking go. Didn't search the car or nothing.
Because he
You know
didn't
how much
feel
weed I
like
had in that fucking car?
he ain't feel like doing no fucking paperwork. Every
If I
Paperwork.
stop,
was one of
every
y'all
arrest,
niggas, he would
it's a
have did it. I'm telling you,
Everybody want
how
to
much
get a
weed
nah.
I
He
job
had
and
in that
go
didn't.
car.
home.
And
That's
I
what we
had a
try.
gun. And I
That's
had
what
a gun in the car.
That's what we try to tell you.
Allegedly.
He ain't feel like going through all that shit. I already know this little nigga probably got some shit in here. I ain't trying to
If
do
I was one of
paperwork.
y'all niggas, he would have went through it. That's
He
why
would have.
I
He
know
probably would
y'all
have.
niggas.
He probably would have. But the thing is, all I'm
I
trying to say
lied to
is,
that nigga face and admitted to lying to his face. A white man in South Carolina.
but that's what all I'm trying to say is, have you seen this man's mugshot? You're making my point. You saying men get away with way less than women. He ain't
No,
no
I say,
attractive ass woman.
oh yeah, you're right.
He is not an
Yeah, hey,
attractive
nah,
ass woman.
he looked like he looked like he from
He looked like
Guadalajara somewhere.
No,
Cause
I'm
that
not.
nigga had scar down the
I'm
middle
not.
of his face and
I'm not
everything.
saying that to negate from nothing from that shit. I'm just saying that I know like how hard. I'm really just talking to y'all as black men. I'm not even. I just brought. You know what I'm saying. I forget how that shit even came up. But I'm talking about. I know how
Hey,
hard it is for y'all as black men, even if you ain't doing shit. Like you know what
you
I'm saying.
know what's crazy? Seeing the nigga mugshot and wondering why she got in the car with that nigga. He looked like he
Thank
was on
you.
bullshit.
Thank you. Thank you. When we talk about red flags, that is there. Niggas look weird, and if a nigga look weird, you gotta believe he weird. No funny. We don't got enough time in life to think niggas ain't weird.
Right. Even if he ain't weird and if he look weird, just man, protect
I'd rather be
yourself,
wrong about
mitigate the
you. I'd
risk.
rather be wrong about you being weird than me right.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
He right. He looked like a weirdo. It been a couple
He
times I done canceled Ubers because the nigga just look a little too happy for me
just
to
a
get
look a
I
little
be on
too
that shit
something.
too.
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, see, that's why bro, I would never, I did, not, I can't say never because I did it twice. I got in a Lyft once and an Uber. No, I got in the Uber like 3 times. Okay, but yeah, but me, I'm the type of person that if I can help it, bro, I am trying my best to not be in the car unless I'm controlling the vehicle. I'm just weird about shit like that. Like if the ride is longer than 10 minutes, I'm nervous the whole time. I swear to God, I'm nervous if I'm not controlling the vehicle, because I've been in some horrible car accidents.
Okay,
You know
that's
what I'm
right.
saying? When I was back in 2003, no 2004, early 2004, I was in a car that flipped over 3 or 4 times, hit a tree and flipped over, like it flipped, hit the tree and then flipped over like two, 3 more times. The driver would have died if I didn't pull him out the fucking car. Like I done had some traumatic experiences in vehicles that were controlled by other people, and I'm nervous. I'm nervous. If the ride longer than 10 minutes, I'm nervous. Even with public transportation,
Mm.
I get it.
That boy traumatized.
I am.
I will be too.
I am. I am.
I will be too. But like, I'm just saying, as far as that whole illegal alien narrative, it's like the park police typically be pressing shit, and he looked like somebody that needs to be pressed. So if they let him go, how are we so sure that he's actually an illegal alien? If that's just a narrative to help Trump's, you know what I'm saying, Maryland takeover. Either way, if he's the one that did it from, because everything's obviously allegedly, he could be a fall guy for all we know. But if he is the person that did this crime, he needs to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Right.
And they also need to figure out if this shit is linked to the other women that are still missing. Like, don't just stop here, keep going, because it's like 3 or 4 other women that's been reported missing that y'all don't have no
Don't
insight.
have
I seen somebody
no
on the
insight.
thread
Yeah.
talk about it's a serial killer or something in the area or some shit.
Because they all been reportedly missing from the same area. The girl that they just found, her car was found in the same, well, not the same area, but the Hyattsville, the city of Hyattsville. So her car was found in Hyattsville. The other women were reported missing from Hyattsville, or they were, they went missing in Hyattsville. So
But
all that shit kind of
that's her
tied.
last.
Yeah, their last seen location was Hyattsville. So it's like, is it a serial killer? I don't know. We need to fucking find out instead of you going on
I
TikTok
mean,
doing
we
goddamn
know
back and forth
motherfuckers
battle.
statistically, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's crazy.
It's
You know
actually
what?
serial killers everywhere, like every day. You know what I'm saying? If we talk about statistics and what we know about this.
That's crazy that y'all said that, right? Because when I was on my way back from New York last week, when I got closer to when I got out of PA. I was coming back. I was coming from Baltimore. I was going towards the uptown area, and motherfucking you know the little signs that they have, the Amber Alert shit that they be having on some of them little boards and shit. It was
Yeah.
like Brown Silverado had the tag number, blah blah blah, and it was like basically saying that it was a young child that was reported kidnapped by the person in the Brown Silverado, and it was in that it was when I was at I want to say I was by White Oak actually. That's where I was at.
All right, though. Ain't that Mo County?
Yeah, that's not too far from Langley Park and all of that.
Langley Park, yeah.
And they say Langley Park is where the girl was picked up from, was seen getting in the dude's car.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
that's 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 little Havana over there, John. But
Y'all
that's
seen the video of that?
the
Seen the
video of
video?
her
No, I ain't
walking
see the
to the car.
video.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Uh-uh. I
yeah.
You
didn't.
seen the video of her getting in the car?
Yeah. She walked up
Damn,
to
I
the
know.
Jones. She walked up to the Jones. She was standing there talking to him for like a hot second, and she got in the passenger side,
And
and
then
then
she got in the passenger side. Yeah,
she
that's
drove
that's what I
off.
read from the report.
It's a
Exactly what he's saying.
No,
video.
it's the video. It's a video. They show this shit. It's a short jump, but like that's where the public is getting that whole she was tricking narrative because the video make it look like a prostitute. Like you walk from one car, go to the other one, talk, hop in, he drive off. But like I don't care if she was or she
that could have
wasn't.
been anything. It
That's
could
what I'm saying.
That
I don't
don't.
give a fuck if she was or
no.
she
I
Like
don't
wasn't. She
give a
don't
fuck.
deserve to be
I don't
killed.
even care. I
Yes,
don't
you
care. I don't
Yeah.
that's
care.
why I didn't feed into that
Salsa.
Could
because
have
I
been
looked it up
tricking.
and
That
I
could have
didn't
been
get
her
nothing
script.
else
That could have
outside
been
of
her motherfucking host
gossip
troll.
that she a fucking prostitute.
I
Like
don't give a fuck about
Right.
none of that. She could have been the biggest,
exactly,
baddest prostitute in the
that's the
area.
point
That
I was
don't
trying to make.
warrant
Like
him
it don't
killing
matter.
her.
Even if she was, it don't fucking matter. Like
Shit don't matter. I don't care about none of that shit. But like,
Right.
Yeah. Prostitutes don't deserve to be killed because they tricking
oh,
to make a living.
that's all beside the point. You know what I'm
All
saying?
beside the point. Yep.
But like, that's my whole point, dog. Like, this is the type of shit that Westmore needs to be focusing on and not thinking about going on fucking TikTok battles with Trump over bullshit.
that.
Like, I see him on my social media feed just as much as the fucking social media influencers now. Every day he
Damn.
got a new rollout trolling this motherfucker as if you
But
don't
if
have
he be
bigger
That
honest
nigga on
about it, we gotta
CNN,
realize
he
he be
on
battling
shit.
he
Like,
doing
supporters
podcasts, he
who
is
doing
he
all this
dropping an
giving
album or
motherfucking
her a lot
something?
shit.
of
My
social
head,
Working
media
my
on
hits.
head.
So we gotta realize
find
Hey,
he
these
be
That nigga
fucking
dropping
battling
an
women. That's what you
supporters.
album.
need to be doing. Find these
I
fucking
think.
women.
We
Hey,
gotta realize
I
Trump
think
is
West.
battling a lot of a lot of people that's like not even my age. I don't know. I think I'm the same age as some of y'all, or maybe I'm a little younger than y'all, but people even younger than me, like young ass people who just been able to vote. Talking about like in their early 20s. He gotta battle them who on social media actively and spreading that shit, like and then bots and all that shit that they paying to like you
Was
know what I'm
parked
saying? Like
backwards on
how
uptown.
do you combat that? You know what I'm saying? If you a real nigga, how do you combat that without going at it straight ahead?
You get your boots on the fucking ground and get the fuck off the internet. Trump
Right.
shit, like you can't compete with that.
But
It's a battle. It's
you
a battle you
can't.
not gonna
But
win.
the only way that you can is by going like because you a lot of us. Let's be for real. Let's just be honest. A lot of us is not voting. A lot of us is not voting, and the ones that is the ones that is full running that shit on social media. So how else do you combat? Ain't going out there and going to them posts, especially for gubernatorials and all the person I don't fucking know. Like I'm with you, gang, straight up. But if we talking about real live, like niggas ain't showing up for the shit they need to show up for, and the people that showing up for shit that you know what I'm saying they need to show up for is the wrong side. Is them villainous, like you know what I'm saying, the disgusting side of the town, and like really you can't compete with grossness. It's so abhorrent and it's so like just overwhelming. Like you know what I'm saying. It's so hard to compete with that unless you just go at it straight head on. Like
Like all of that, then that's like, all right, we gotta get out of this. I'm not talking like you or us, anybody on this
yeah,
shit.
nah, whoever
Like
I see.
society or even like the politicians. Like, how would I approach the youth as a politician? I would not be on this TikTok wave because they're gonna look at that shit as a fraud. I gotta get out here and I gotta do something that's gonna actually make a difference in
That's what you
their
think
life.
as an older man with some sense in your head.
He older, he ain't no young nigga.
No, exactly, but
Yeah,
you
that about to say
think
that
about
nigga
what's
like in
gonna
his
reach
60s.
you. That's what's gonna reach you. That's what you gonna feel. You don't know because
I'm saying like you're not gonna reach a social
He just
media
look like a
post is
naked mole
cool.
rat.
You're not gonna really make no you're not gonna really make no type of connection off of social media posts. Like you'll be better served to do something like, all right, cool.
you gotta
This,
meet
this,
these young people where they at. One thing I know, and one thing we all know, we all remember having them same conversations. The people would come and talk to us when we was in elementary school, middle school, high school, and they would say the shit, and they would tell us, "You ain't gonna hear me now. You ain't gonna understand what I'm saying now. You ain't gonna understand it until you older. You ain't gonna hear me. It go in through one ear and out the other. When you young like that, you don't give a fuck what the OG like." Unless you got some sense in your head and you mature for your age, we all know that. We all been there and we know now the people was really telling us good shit.
right.
We did not
It's-
give a fuck. So you gotta meet them where they at. So yeah, you gotta go on TikTok and you gotta go back and forth with this
but
thing. You gotta get on his ass because that's what the young people want to do.
but that's kind of like saying the same thing was like when they was meeting us where we was at. They was trying to talk to us in this fake cool way for whatever we was doing, and we didn't listen. We was more respectful of people that was interactive with us on a wavelength that we could relate to. So like throw a celebrity
We
basketball.
was, but I felt like we was because we was
If
right.
you want to
We
reach the
was.
youngins,
You
find
gotta
somebody that speaks their
speak
language.
from
Don't
our
sit here.
perspective as people who got some sense.
What I'm
You gotta
saying
speak from
is, what I'm
general
saying is, all I'm saying is, they not gonna respect that shit either way. You gotta have somebody that speaks their language, say the message. So you coming to them on social media look like an old nigga on social media trying to act young. If you had a younger person on social media that they fucking relate to, saying that same message, or throw a celebrity basketball game with a bunch of influencers that you know they follow, that's gonna bring them out physically. Now you can come out and speak to them and say, "Hey y'all, hope y'all enjoyed this situation. But this is what's really going on." Like y'all said, meet them halfway, right?
Okay, thanks.
So you
Okay, so
gotta
you
be
saying
creative.
you agree with what he's saying? You just think it's a different. You think he should
Nah,
have
I don't
more
agree
sense.
with what he's saying. I think he's saying he's trolling the wrong person. So I don't feel like the messaging is there either.
Okay.
Like the shit you saying is
He
gonna
think that
backfire
the
on
way
you.
the where he's going is the right direction, but what he's doing in the direction that he's going is wrong.
Okay, I heard. Okay.
Yes, more or
He's
less.
saying that that if
He's
he's going to the
utilizing the
right
tool
place.
wrong.
Yeah, yeah,
He got the
utilizing the
right
right tool,
idea.
but
He doing the wrong shit.
doing the wrong shit. Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Right
So yeah, we
idea,
gotta
wrong
meet him on
message.
social media. All right, cool. Get one of these influencers to come on social media and say we throwing a celebrity basketball game. The mayor gonna be or the governor is gonna be hosting this joint. We're gonna have this person here, that person here. The same shit Trey Five and everybody else is out here doing is getting to the youngins. Do some shit like that. You got the
Nigga
resources.
just did that. Nigga just threw a basketball game.
Do another one. The fuck?
Goofies, all them niggas was at it. You saying Westmore should have been there though?
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
have.
Yeah,
Hell
I
yeah.
agree. That's the shit that you should. You
You
know what
see,
I'm
you
saying?
Better
see
on
the
the
assistant
TikTok.
general. You see the assistant
I
general
agree.
came to your peace walk, right?
If
Yep.
anything, you need to
The
have
attorney
somebody
general
else
came to
open
your
that.
peace walk. Why? Because she needed to be on the ground talking to these women. We all had a conversation with her. She
Hey,
couldn't wait
whole
to post the
time,
picture.
Hmm.
She
whole
could not
time
wait to post the picture.
it
I
goes
ain't even
back
make
to
it
the
back to my
boss
car.
situation. It goes back to the boss situation. Instead of using the phone, come and reach the people. Get social with the people on that way. Instead of doing do the TikToks, come to
Yeah,
them in person,
because it's gonna
in the
always be this
flesh.
TikTok, dog. That shit don't like this. That shit is a revolving wheel. So you making this real shit might not even hit the algorithm. You spent all that time and resources on a fucking reel when you could have been out here doing something real.
Boss.
Piss him off for real.
So you
I
spend all
told her,
that time on a reel when you should be out here doing something real.
hey man, I told her
Hey,
how I
that's
felt about it.
wordplay.
Hey man, rap shit.
Yeah.
Some more rap shit.
But nah, I mean, he got a lot of good things with him. I just don't like
Yeah,
the
we never
trolling,
got to
bro.
talk about him. We never got to talk about him and Ed Haley.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
nigga is a bitch. And I hope we all agree with that at least.
Who?
Ed Haley.
Yeah. Yep.
He knew he couldn't fuck with Westmore, and you know what I'm
That's the
saying.
nigga going against. He was going against, right?
That's the other one who wanted to run for what's that, governor? But he
Mm-hmm.
changed from Democrat to Republican because he knew he couldn't
Hogan.
go
Come on,
against Westmore.
come on. Hogan. Nah, Hogan ain't
No,
run
not
that big.
Hogan. Ed Haley. He not nothing right now. He
Oh
was
yeah,
running
yeah,
for
yeah.
He did. He
He's a
turned
much better
coat to go
option.
against Westmore.
yeah.
He's a much better option. But I'm not. Look, man. I'm torn on Westmore because there's some shit that I don't like that I know that most people generally just don't know. And
Put me
politics is
on because
talk.
I'm John like a Westmore fan. So put me on because I'm not well educated on him, but I just did a little bit of research for the Ed Haley versus him topic, and you know what I'm saying.
I feel like
That's why I said that shit. I thought he was, but no, it really is the Baltimore. What's the Baltimore
the mayor, I
mayor name?
forgot his name, but he a
But
good
him,
brother
he
too.
is the one who did that shit. But what's the
Yeah,
name? Westmore took credit for like Maryland wise.
he gonna take credit for it because it was
Of
in his
course.
state,
Yeah,
so
but
it
I
was
feel
his
like I
stat.
definitely did read his other name. The Baltimore mayor
Yeah,
definitely the one.
he the one, and the other mayor in Chicago did the same thing, put a bunch of programs out, so those things actually work. But like, he do a lot of good shit. You know what I'm saying? He got the right idea. I just don't think this is a battle he needs to be fighting because he's not gonna win. You know what I'm saying? He
Y'all don't like
it,
him as y'all next president?
I mean, according to the article I read a little while ago, he said he not trying to run for president.
Oh, bro, they all
Yeah,
say that in his
Obama
pride,
said the
bro.
same
in the
thing.
last press conference,
They
he just
all say that, bro. They all say that
Obama
in his
said the
pride.
I
same
mean,
thing.
and that's why I said
That's the game.
according to
he
He's
just
he
announced
definitely running.
said,
he
Cause you
just
can't show your hand. Cause once you tell them niggas you running, they all gonna be like, oh no, no,
no
no.
yeah, and that
said
yeah.
he not.
He running. He's definitely
He
running.
definitely
I
running.
mean, the way he acting is the way he acting, it look like he is gonna be
I think he
running.
running. Not, I don't think he running next term though. I think he running the one after that.
Nah, he running this term because this how the politics shit work. They
It's
give
his
you
time.
Gotta strike the iron while it's hot.
you got to strike while it's hot, bro, and then
Yeah.
it's like it's a tug and pull situation. So like Trump got in because the right was tired of Obama, and then Biden got in because the left was tired of Trump, and then Trump got back in because the right was tired of Biden. So it's like a swing. So now it's the Dems' turn to either come up and swing.
It's another tie to Trump moment.
It's a Trump to Trump moment, or it's a double down on Trump moment. So if they got a Republican that can come behind and do the same exact shit that he on, then they might
Oh
try to
shit.
push him. But if they don't have a strong candidate, this would be the Democrats' time to hold power back, allegedly. But
But y'all
so
joke about it because he young, man. He 46, military background.
he checks all the boxes.
He
I
definitely
thought he
checks
was in
all the
his
boxes.
60s.
He ain't
No,
that
he
old.
checks all the. No,
He
he
ain't that
checks all
old.
the boxes.
He checks all the boxes, and he's trying to like
Sharice
position
said Westmore gonna be another Obama.
Oh God.
probably
2.0.
probably.
No, I don't think to that extent.
He probably is,
2.0.
but the difference is, like you said, he got military experience. So, like him being commander in chief and somebody that has a military background is going, it's going carry more weight
I agree.
because the government and the military are splintered right now. They on two
I feel
different.
like you should be able to be president if you don't have a military background. Honestly,
Ah,
Oh damn, yeah, it do say he 46. Damn.
I
Born in
don't want to say that.
78.
why not? You're gonna lead the country. You should be
I don't
able
know
to.
about that.
Why
I
not?
don't know about it because everybody, the military is its own thing. So like they got a different mindset on life and everything. They do all that shit internally. Um, and having somebody
Yeah,
like
that's
that as a
facts.
president is like
But
having a war-minded president.
that's how they really run shit anyway. That just make it seem like we got a fucking choice and shit. But that's really how shit go anyway.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
democracy, majority rule.
I think the war. I don't know. It ain't. It don't hurt, but like it could
I know what
because
you mean. I feel what you mean though. Like you know what I'm saying, for it to go like you know what I'm saying, for somebody with a military background and really believe that the type
I
of life
think
it's gonna have is gonna be militant.
I think whatever whatever the interest of the president is, that's where their funding is going to go as far as their policies and whatnot. So an overly military-minded president will probably put a lot of resources into the military. And the only reason
Yeah,
you would
now
need
I know they do
resources for
their
that
own
is to go to
now.
war.
I don't know how, like, do we know anybody know how much they spend the military this year?
Yeah, they got a budget,
But I'm
A
saying,
whole bunch.
like, you know what I'm
but a lot of that shit, I don't know. Like that's a whole nother. Yeah, I don't think that should be a requisite. But if you have it, it could have helped you. It could not. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it should be a necessity. And them motherfuckers is used to taking orders too. So like that's a whole nother thing. You want your boss being somebody that's used to being ordered around or
I
being
mean,
overseas.
don't you got to learn how to follow before you can
saying?
truly learn how to
How much
lead?
you know about the president? You
Allegedly.
know the president.
But I thought black people was anti-establishment.
The president don't really got. We know the president don't really do
Hit
shit.
the link, Sharice. She talking about I don't want to come up there and get y'all riled up, but I'm 3 seconds off hitting that link. Hit the link.
Hit the link. Hit the link.
Hit the link.
I'm 3 seconds and take my old ass to bed.
Yeah, she
He's trying
texting
to
me.
troll us. He's trying to troll us with comments.
Oh, that's Buck shit giving that feedback. You give your shit giving feedback.
What happened?
Yo,
Yeah, it's
yo, your
definitely
joint
here.
giving feedback. Yeah, it
What?
sounds your mic or something giving feedback. You must
It
got it
sounds
on
like you
speaker.
sitting in front of the air conditioner.
Oh no, that's these
Put the
motherfucking.
fans on.
The
That's,
fan.
yeah, that's these fans and shit. My mic went dead. If I take this ear pod out, put it in the case, it's gonna hang up. So I'm just trying to be patient.
Oh yeah, my shit be doing that.
That joint gonna go boop.
It be pausing though. My joint. But yeah, it's fire up though. Sharice, what you gonna pop up for the after hour? Or you got something to say about this topic, man? Let us know, gang.
He said, "Cause we wild. How we wild? Come, voice your opinion, man. We want to hear from you.
Yeah,
I'm
please let us
tired.
know what part.
I'm tired of double checking the chat just to see if you speaking.
I put my laptop so I can see that shit.
Yeah,
You
no,
can
I
hear
can
us.
see it clearly, but because I hit the jump to put the chat on.
Now, like I can see y'all
To-
and I can see the chat at the same time.
yeah, me too. Me too. No, yeah, me too. I did it specifically like that because I seen her comment, and it was somebody else that was commenting too. Their name was I am, I think. I'm not sure who that person is.
Everybody be calling me the young sister and the young junk. Like, I'm a grown ass woman. Y'all cool? That shit.
Hey, tell the young joint. Hey, tell the young joint to
You the baby of the group.
That shit be frying me, bro.
tell the young joint,
I was
man.
telling them like, she young, she don't understand. Like, fuck you, nigga.
Damn. They be saying you don't understand because you young.
They just be looking at my face because I look young as shit. Like, then I drop my age, like, oh, for real, like, oh,
You is young as shit though.
nigga, fuck you, Sue.
Nah, no thanks.
All right, come stir the pot, gang. Come stir the pot.
Nigga said no.
See, first of all, PCR, because I wasn't trying to do this because
Really?
I've been chilling. Hi, Jazz. Hi, everybody. Peace to y'all.
Good morning.
Uh, man, look, y'all. Look, y'all. And I know it may be sounding like I'm a little bit prejudiced, but call ICE on all illegal immigrants. I don't have time for this shit with y'all tonight.
Damn,
Listening
you
to
trying to get
y'all
me kicked
is
out the country?
crazy. Or, hey, look. I ain't trying to get you kicked out, but if you ain't supposed to be here, Slim, I can't help you with it. Look,
Niggas did
call
say, Sharice,
ICE.
we don't care about ICE. We don't care about none of that. I
Call
definitely
ICE
heard
on
that like
all
five.
illegals. Huh?
Nah, I was the
I
one
heard
that
what you
said that.
heard. I heard a bunch of people on here saying we don't care about ICE. We don't care about none of that. So I feel
Yeah, that's why I'm irritated to hear y'all say that though, because that's somebody that's doing that to one of our babies. And it's like it's one thing that we already do it on ourselves. Like the George Floyd should have shown y'all. not George Floyd. What's baby
Trayvon
boo name?
Martin.
Zimmerman. What's the boy? What's
Trayvon.
Trayvon Martin
Trayvon.
should have showed us
Trayvon.
when
Right.
stuff like this be happening, and how these people get off for doing stuff like this to us. And to me, I'm not with it. I'm not with it. I think that him being a legal migrant is a big deal, and it should be blown up to the fullest extent, because then we don't know who else is going to be coming through here illegally, thinking that they could do this to our children. Whether or not she was doing whatever I don't give a damn what she was doing. Nothing
Agreed.
warranted
Yeah,
that. Nothing.
for sure.
And I think the only thing that was crazy to me was that she was parked backwards on a fire hydrant. Like, I don't know anybody who parks on the wrong side, like on the wrong side like that, in front of a fire hydrant, like they were going to be gone for long. Merlin is known for towing. They vicious with that shit. They will tow your
If
damn car.
you drunk, you ain't paying attention.
Yeah, I mean, perhaps, but we like that's the thing. It's like we can make so many assumptions about what was going on with this young lady, but the truth is, none of us know what happens. They showed us the video, but we don't know the context of that video. We don't know anything. Like, we don't know anything. We are going off of bits and pieces that they are feeding us, and the way that they are trying to disperse that little girl name is wrong. It is wrong. I don't like to see it. I hate it from our people. I feel like the one time that we do have the opportunity to stand together, we still find something wrong.
Right.
And that's crazy to me. And we need to stop doing that. So, yeah, I don't know. I just been heated about it all weekend, reading comments and just like, don't nobody know this little girl from a can of paint, but we can assume the worst about her character. And that's wrong.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think I personally don't think whatever her character is, I don't think that has nothing to do with it at all. I'm with you on that
Right.
100%.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
that,
think
that
that
kind
nigga
of
need to,
irked me.
like Buck said, if he's the one that did it, he need to be punished to the full extent of the law. Like I said, they need to put that nigga in a cell with the booty snatcher.
They need to waterboard that nigga for life every day.
But how is that gonna
Just
work though? Because like legally, he's not even supposed to be here. You know what
That's
Exactly.
I'm saying?
My
So
my
like,
whole
would that have to be something that his country would have to decide, or they're just gonna send him back home after doing this? Like,
if they send him back home, then he gonna get off easy.
All right.
yeah,
my
that's the main topic at hand because he's not supposed to be here. So therefore, our government can't charge him for that.
they can, then they can deport them as condition. This all I'm trying to say is
Yeah.
we need more context on the illegal alien part. I'm not saying he is or isn't guilty. I don't know. We need to find that out as well. What I'm saying is they threw it out there conveniently, and it don't necessarily make sense. Because if the park police pulled him over and he had some credentials good enough for them to say fuck,
Right.
because he doesn't look like somebody they're gonna get a benefit of the doubt to. That's all I'm saying. And he also had a job, so he was employed. So how you an illegal alien and you employed? You get a paycheck, you got a room that you rent, you got roommates, you got all this, these things that would say that you are at least paying taxes. Illegal aliens don't pay taxes;
Right.
they working under the table. So I'm not saying he's not the person that did it. I don't know. I wasn't there. We gotta find that out through through the process or whatever. I'm just saying the narrative of him. They threw that shit out there way too fast. And then they also followed with a public kind of stockpiled
That's
on
what
it.
I that's what I always be wanting to understand. Where I never care for anybody do something heinous like that.
Right.
But whoever they throw up there, everybody is like, fuck that person. It's like, damn, we don't know shit though.
You know, the law say
yeah.
innocent until proven guilty, but realistically, motherfucker is guilty until you prove you're innocent.
Exactly. But like the
And
evidence that
doesn't he just look so conveniently like the worst person he could look
Yeah,
like look at the
yeah,
dude, bro. Like what the fuck?
he definitely
he,
do. But like
he look he looked
we
like he
got
spent time in Tijuana.
it looked like it looked like a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta like let that shit
So,
let the facts come out and also like a firm definition on what exactly is an illegal alien or illegal resident. You know what I'm saying? Like what is the actual textbook definition of it? Because if he got a driver's license and he has a registered car and a job and a paycheck, how illegal is he? Are you just saying he's illegal because he doesn't have citizenship, but he's in the process of getting the citizenship?
That's
Then that,
oh, I'm sorry. You
I'm
just asking a
asking
general question.
you, you know what I'm saying? So like those are narrative points. Those are like trending topic headline type shit. I'm not saying that he's not the person. I'm saying that the narrative behind him being the person is kind of like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? How do we know that that's actually tied to what he did? He did what he did, regardless. Like you said before, it don't matter if he's white, black, Chinese, Asian, whoever. This motherfucker did a violent crime, then he's a person that did a violent crime. So that's like a media spin. But like, you just need some more facts and shit. And like, you don't have the court of public opinion always. But like, regardless of whatever the fuck her ill decision making was, it should not have warranted her being killed, regardless.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was saying I don't give a fuck if he's illegal or legal. When I was saying all of that shit, I was speaking more so to the point of none of that matters as far as the crime. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he commit like if he's the person that did this shit, the crime was committed and he need to be punished for the crime. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these, like Buck said, all of these narratives being painted about each person. None of this shit should matter. What should matter is the crime was committed. Let's find out who committed the crime and let's punish the person who committed the crime.
I'm being hunted
That
with
was
y'all. I'm disconnected with y'all on that one.
okay.
Call ICE on all illegal immigrants. I'm gonna keep saying that shit.
Hollering.
I'm with you on that too, though.
Like for real, they out here wilding, coming in this joint doing whatever the fuck they want. Nah, no, no, no. I'm not feeling it
That's
at
crazy.
all. I'm sorry. And to me, when you're illegal, that means you're undocumented. And yeah, there is some states where you can finesse the system, and they're giving illegals all kinds of documentation. That doesn't make it legitimate documentation, but
Right.
a lot of them are able to get it. But that
So
doesn't mean they're getting it legally.
that then goes back to the delegates and the elected officials making these things possible. So
Yeah.
like I went to I took a trip with my mother to Kentucky last year for her birthday. She do this whole I want to go to all the states for my birthday type shit, right? We went to Kentucky and I
That's
found out
lit.
there's a population of immigrants in Kentucky and all these other rural states that you wouldn't even be thinking about. They have these massively built communities that are just these demographics. And these are people that are coming from other countries to get visas to come here, and the government gives them money to set up and get established in a specific jurisdiction. And they give them a list of states and cities that they can go to, and then they pick one. And in this instance, of my experiences, it was in Louisville, Kentucky, right? So these are things that governors and state delegates are putting in place to make it possible for these things to happen that we are not paying attention to on a day-to-day basis, and we got these people in office making these backdoor deals that create these types of problems in our communities, and then we got an uproar about the whole situation. We got to pay attention to the whole process.
Yeah, that goes back to the Trading with the Enemy Act in 1933 when they took away our nationality status, and basically that's when they went from the gold standard and went to the dollar and put everything on a birth certificate and social security. So that's also a reason why it's so easy for somebody illegal to get access to the documentation that we have because it's all fraud. So they're able to commit fraud easily.
And I don't really see the Mexicans as like a fraud-based country. That's more like Indians and shit. Not to be trying to profile or whatever, but I don't be seeing a whole lot of scamming ass Migos.
Yeah, but I'm just basically talking off of the basically how the system is set up in the United States of America. The documentation that we have is easy to attain because it deals with the Trading with the Enemy Act, with taking away status and put it into basically a race. You know what I'm saying? Civil little more twos. Not to get too deep, but that's how it's easy, so easy for them to get a social security number and a birth certificate because it's under that system that's the United States of America is built on. So you can't do that in any other country in the world. You cannot go over there and get citizenship. The only way you could go over there is if you get a visa and you have to have a passport. And you only could stay over there for a limited time. The United States of America is the only place where you could come and get the same documentation as the so-called citizens.
Yep,
Because it's under the Trading with the Enemy Act of 1933. That's
yep. They
something
slowly,
everyone should look into.
yeah. After
And
y'all
then they
know,
took it too far, using birthright citizenship and using the 14th Amendment and
Right.
all these other things to continue to have kids born on this land and
Right.
thinking that permits them to stay when it don't. And
Right.
that's why they mad at Trump for trying to shut that down. It makes sense to me.
Right.
some of the shit he say makes sense, some of that shit don't. But like, how much of it does he actually act on? It's a lot of wordplay, like y'all alluded to earlier. He's very good at
Yeah.
work, so he'll say something. Like that's how he got in office. If you want to be honest, he promised a bunch of people a bunch of things and policies and all this kind of shit, and then he got in office like, ha ha, I got you, bitch, and didn't do any of it.
I think that
That's why
nigga
he
need. I
said,
think they need to elect him for an unprecedented third term.
oh, no, go ahead with that shit. Hell no. Y'all talking about upholding the government and the credibility of the country, and then y'all just rip down the Constitution right along with this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Nah,
That's their
but like
main
No,
goal.
I just wanted to stir the pot a little bit.
Hold on, what I didn't even hear what he said, man. Can you repeat like your last part of your sentence, but
I forgot that fast. We smoking. What I was talking about?
well, I was just wondering because I heard something about making promises or people making promises. All presidents do that, don't they? Don't they all make promises to people about shit that they gonna change and shit that they gonna make better, and then they don't make do on what the fuck they say they gonna do?
Obama made
Isn't
joint
that
campaigns.
all motherfucking presidents?
Yes, yes, absolutely. That's politics. But then hear me out. We just watched this motherfucker do a bunch of treason and shit less than 4 years ago. So we got a very good sample size of how much full of shit he was versus where everybody else kind of like playing your face a little bit, give you a little bit of what you want, and then go do something else. This motherfucker has never done what he said he was going to do. Nothing he ever said was true. He only pushes false narratives to confuse people, and then they
For
turn around.
news.
You know what I'm saying? And then turn around and then voted for him again after voting to impeach him because he told them he was going to do something different. Well, you know this motherfucker be lying. That's why I'm like, come on, man. We got no. We know this nigga ain't worth shit.
I don't think that's worse than Joe Biden pardoning Dr. Fauci of all war crimes. And Dr. Fauci was the one that pushed the coronavirus before any like evidence came out that the coronavirus was, you know what I'm saying, the so-called jab was effective. Even before that, he pardoned Dr. Fauci of all war crimes. I think that should be the main focus right there. What was happening 5 years ago? I think that's what the real distraction is keeping us from. What happened 5 years ago?
Well, then if you're gonna talk, you anti-Obama, ain't you?
Now
And Joe Biden being
I'm I'm
senile.
anti-system.
I'm just trying to make sure it's the
I'm
same person.
anti-system.
I
Okay,
want to know who was running the country while Joe Biden been sick like the way he was.
Joe Biden wasn't running the country. That his
Yeah,
cabinet was running the country.
he
It's
wasn't
like
doing shit, and they was hiding that he was sick.
I mean, yeah, that's also true. But like the coronavirus shit started during Obama's administration, I want to say, when they got all them notes and notices from the locals over there, and they had agents on the ground over there that was sending messages back to the state saying, "Hey, it's some weird shit going on over here. Y'all might want to get a wrap on this shit," and they ignored it. And then it finally came to fruition during Trump's era when the outbreak happened. You can have your own hypothesis about it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? All of that shit ties back to yesteryear like everything else. So Biden's motives was pretty much to use not usurp, but like Biden's whole administrative motive was to pursue Trump. That was all he was on the whole 4 years. We're just trying to revert everything that Trump did, try to right the ship, so to speak, and then keep our bullshit in the closet at the same time. And they spent so much time on that, they lost focus of what the fuck was going to come next, which was Trump coming back full force with the vengeance, and then now he's doing the same shit. My whole mission is to prosecute everybody who prosecuted me.
But
So the
my whole
people,
thing is, I'm not pressing the politicians. I'm pressing Fauci. You know what I'm saying? That should be the topic of discussion. Because he was the one that was pushing everything.
if you
And he
pressing
was the one
Fauci,
that was part of our war crimes.
if you pressing Fauci, then you gotta press the motherfuckers who started pushing fentanyl and all the opioid crisis.
Right,
That
exactly.
was
Because every time
also
somebody say it's FDA approved, I always say the FDA approved fentanyl. So what does that really mean?
right. So they all tied together in that instance because they allowed that to go and get as big as it did to create an epidemic that arguably killed damn near just as many people. Um, and they pardoned them. They didn't prosecute them enough, and they had a whole
Right,
big lawsuit about that shit. And all the outcome was they had to pay the government like $3 billion, and they had to change the name of it.
right.
So now perks aren't called perks; they call it something else. And they just went right back to motherfucking regular day program. So like
So
they
so
all
they just put
got.
Fauci out there as the sacrificial lamb, basically.
He was a person in position to be the spokesman for it because he was the head of the CDC. I want to say, or the no, not the CDC, the World Health
Yeah, the who.
right. So he's just a spokesman, just like the president is a spokesman.
Right.
And he's going to say whatever the cue cards tell him to say. So like, don't
So
put
that
as
would
much.
make sense why he would get pardoned.
Yeah, like you did what the fuck we told you to do because we had to clean up whatever mess we made. So
Right.
like, they all in the same bed.
For sure.
It's just more to me like, you can't believe too much of what Trump's talking about because he shows you more so than any other politician or president in the past. One, just how full of shit he was, and two, how far he was willing to go to spin the narrative.
More than any other in the past is crazy.
Yeah, because Trump ain't a politician. He's a businessman, so the politicians always had a code of ethics, like with this young thug shit, how they saying it's fake code of the street. They had a code of ethics that they were willing to go but so far. We're not going to do so much. You know what I'm saying? Whereas he takes shots left, right. It don't matter. It's all about business.
But don't we hate politicians?
Do we?
If we hate politicians and then everybody say, well, Trump ain't a politician.
His background is not politics. His background is business. When we say politicians, we mean somebody who came up through first they was a city council member. All right, cool. Now I'm representing the county. All right, cool. I done did some work out in the community. Now I'm gonna run for mayor. I was a
I feel
mayor of
like
a city.
politics is business.
Shit, Obama wasn't don't got no political background.
I
Yeah,
about to say
Hell,
majority of them
Obama.
niggas don't have
he
that
didn't
Obama was a
become a
background.
fucking
senator to like
lawyer.
what
What
4 years
is it?
before
Majority
he
of
ran
presidents in
for.
history don't have that background.
The only other person that don't have a political background as a president was Ronald Reagan, and we've seen how that shit ended. This shit looks the same because you don't have the background to manage politics. You're just doing shit out of business interests.
Where
It's
the
all
fuck
about.
was George W. Bush a councilman at?
Not a
Well, he
trader.
was a governor in Texas.
Why would we hate Why would we hate politicians though, Trey?
Well, all right, so who are the good politicians then? Who are
I'm
the
just, I know,
politicians we don't hate?
I
JFK.
can name many, but why would we hate them though?
Oh, rest in peace to JFK. He would have been a great president.
He was the
JFK.
president.
Do we hate politicians or do we
Is
hate
it-
politics? Like, we hate the way that politics affect us as black people. Like,
Yeah, they
and just
whole family was dangerous.
agree
but the
with
politicians, they
I
they
feel
the
like it's
faces of
like
it.
I don't feel like it's hate. I
Bring
feel like it's more of a misunderstanding.
Yeah, very much.
That's what
y'all brought up JFK.
preempts the
I
dislike.
seen
Let
I
him cook.
seen
Let him
Joe
cook.
Rogan. I seen my bad. Go ahead.
Now you good, you good. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying somebody brought up JFK. I seen Joe
MB.
Rogan do a really interesting comparison between Lincoln and JFK.
Why? Because of Monica and Maryland.
Nah, not that. It was like the whole they both of their assassinations, uh, 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 um, the year of what was it? Oh shit!
You talking
Hold
about
on.
Abraham?
They got
Yeah,
whacked because they missed the program. Both of
You
them
talking
got
about
whacked because they
Billiam?
missed the program. So like their father was a gangster and a bootlegger. He was tied to the mafia. The mafia owned the unions back then, and the unions was what steered elections. So the unions got JFK elected, and then when he got into office, he started uncovering shit and started prosecuting the motherfuckers who got him in office. That's what got him whacked. Then his brother got in office, he was on some revenge shit like Baby Bush was with Big Bush, and they whacked his ass too.
Mm.
That's the whole JFK Kennedy timeline shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like all that
Robert,
shit.
right?
Robert got whacked because he was the good one.
Yeah.
And John got whacked because he went against what the father put in place.
Right.
So the father was a bootlegger with the mafia when the prohibition era, like the 1920s and all that shit.
So
All that.
is Trump not the modern day JFK?
No, Trump is the modern day Ronald
Trump
Reagan.
went to Israel, bro.
He's the modern day Ronald Reagan, a celebrity who got in office, uses business ties to steer his narrative and fuck the country up. That's it. It's
What,
real
what
simple.
what part of the country Trump fuck up?
The whole country. What are you talking about? All this shit fucked up. This motherfucker he let a fucking a business tech guy come in and dismantle the government, bro. That shit ain't even legal. They can be prosecuted. That's the only reason he gonna try to. I'm telling you the playbook right now. Protect me because I don't need to be saying this shit out loud for real, for real. But look, we're gonna end up in a conflict around the time when it's time for an election because we can't have an election during a conflict. So he's going to start a war around year 3 or 4 so that we can't even have an election. He got to stay in office because he's not allowed to get a third term. Watch what I tell you. You know what I'm saying?
That's an interesting take.
Watch what
Any
I tell
any
you.
year any year he years?
And he's going to try to not be unseated because all these crimes he's committing, just like the first term, soon as he got out of office, they start prosecuting his ass left and right. That's why he's a center sitting on the fucking seat now. So if he gets off that seat, they going right back to that shit. And this time he's not going to escape jail time, so he's going to prevent himself from being in that position. He's going to put a lot of more people in position to where they're not going to even want to prosecute him because we got this relationship.
So who's the most successful president in your lifetime
Nah.
that you would put your coins behind?
Man, it depends on what you define as success. You know what I'm
It is
saying?
you define. He asked you.
Yes.
None of them. Because all of them had a lot of damage that came with their presidency. So, like Reagan was the crack era. He
You
fucked
said
up
the most.
generations.
So if out of all of them, who did the
I'm
most?
about to give you the timeline right now. Reagan from what, 80 to 88. I was born in 81. Reagan was 80 to 88. Crack era. Fucked up communities for decades to come. Big Bush coming in right behind him. We go to war. The war in Iraq. After that, Clinton comes in and starts to try to, clean up the economy and do all this saxophone, weed smoking bullshit. But the whole time we was in war and he had a whole bunch of secret operations going on, plus the three strike rule and all that shit came into play. So now we get locked up in mass numbers. The streets was not great around these times. None of these eras was a good time in the black community. You know what I'm saying? So then Clinton leaves. What's that? 88 to 92, 92 to 2000 was the Clinton era. Then Obama, no, big little Bush come in, we go right back to war. You know what I'm saying? The housing crisis, everybody fucked up because everybody got stipends. So I thought to forget about shit. Whatever, cool. That's 8 years of bullshit. You got 9/11 and all this other shit that came around that time. Then Obama comes in and we just happy we got a black president, but the whole time it's still a whole lot of war shit and wild shit going on. The LGBT, the outback community and all those laws started coming into place, which a lot of people feel some kind of way about. Nothing was really progressive for black people. The country as a whole, like world relations, all that shit was cool. Everything was kind of simmering down the way. But locally, it was a lot of shit going on that we still don't want to talk about as far as like laws that were put in place to help black people. So when I say that, I say that's why a lot of people got issues with Obama because during his administration there was a lot of laws put in place to give gay people privileges that black people still don't have, and nothing was really done for us. All right, whatever. Then after Obama, we had Trump, January 6th, Tiki torches, George Floyd, all kind of chaos during that time. Ferguson, all that shit, right? Boom. Biden comes in after him and does absolutely fucking nothing. Absolutely nothing. And now Trump's back in after catching multiple felonies, dismantling the fucking government. So you tell me which one of them did a good job.
We asking you.
What did you mention Clinton? I ain't hear Clinton.
Clinton was the start of the three strike rule.
You
That's what
mentioned Clinton.
Biden.
Okay. My bad, brother.
All right.
Damn.
I don't feel like we still got an answer after you say all them words. All
No,
that word soup.
we waiting on your answer.
Word
Don't
soup.
throw a boomerang. You telling me information I already know. So I'm glad you said it for the people. But what is your answer from
That's what I'm saying. You still didn't give us an answer. You got me all full, my belly full with all that word soup, and I still got an answer.
Basically, it's none of them.
None of them, bro.
He's
I mean,
basically said they
for the sake
piggyback
of
off of each
argument,
other. They
who did the
piggyback off of
most?
each
Out of
other.
if nobody, if everybody did nothing,
They
none
all
of them
have
really
they
did
all
nothing.
have one common goal.
That's it.
Let's get an argument. Who did the most? That was the question. That
None of
nigga
them.
just said what everybody didn't do.
And because
All of it.
none of
Telling you
them
what they
did
did
anything
do.
We
more
basically said
decisive.
What
fuck
they
everybody.
did do.
Are there any presidents that the people on the panel have experienced in their lifetime that they liked and felt like did a good job in office?
It'll be based on what they were doing during that period. So, like, my wife was a military veteran. She loves Baby Bush because he was funding the fuck out the military. But he had to fund the fuck out the military because he was starting to pick up a war that his daddy started.
If I'm being honest, you know what I'm saying? The only president that I ever had any affection for was Obama, just because he was black. I remember when he got elected. I remember waking up that morning, coming in the living room, my mother was in tears. You know what I mean? So like, just you know what I'm saying. But I can't say that I never was even in the politics and none of that shit when I was younger. Even now, certain shit when I feel like I don't really have no control over, even in regular day life, but especially shit like that where I feel like in my opinion don't fucking matter at all. I don't really pay no mind to that shit. Like it's gonna be what it's gonna be regardless. So that's how I take it. So I ain't
Your
never
opinion,
really took
your opinion definitely matter,
man. I don't be up on I
Dang,
try
man.
now to be up on local politics, but when it come down
Man.
to the president and shit, man, they can have that shit because I know all that shit is a farce. I know none of that shit is really real. All that shit they give us and the shit they perceive to us and the shit they want to make us believe and the shit they want us to vote for and all that shit don't be real. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna say what they want to say to get the vote. Like, we all know that. So
Y'all can hate me, but I like Trump. Every time Trump been in office, I've been making paper.
I find Trump funny. I think
Oh
he's
wait, no, Bush, baby
a
Bush too.
good
When baby Bush was in office, I was making some good money back then too.
I was saying that your like of the
Hey,
president can be where you are in life and what their if your interest is aligned with their interest, then that's a good president.
thank you.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't say that. I can't say they did anything good while
That's
they was in
definitely
office.
on point. You know what I'm saying? That's right on point right there. If they
That's
align
all
with
it is, though.
and
Whatever it is that
But
you
hold on, I
think
don't know if anybody
benefit the
interests
people.
don't align with getting money. That sounds like
Everybody's
economy.
interest should be money, but everything is not gonna always make money. So what your industry is benefiting from that presidency, that's gonna be your president. So like if you was in construction, if you was into like selling arms and private government contracts, or you was in the military during Baby Bush's era, you would love Baby Bush because you was making chicken. You see what I'm saying? If you got an interest in privatized jails, you would love Clinton because they was locking motherfuckers up left and right during that era. So you was making chicken. So your alignment or your basis of what a good president is going to be based off of what your interests are. And this is where I will give Trump his credit. Trump basically showed the world that we always thought that the president was a puppet. You got people on here right now saying like, man, they don't do they can't do shit. Trump is dismantling that whole narrative and myth. He coming in doing what the fuck he want to do, when the fuck he want to do it, whether you like it or not. And he's dealing with that shit later. So he's showing just how much power a president has if they choose to wield it a certain type of way. Now I can't make them do this, but I can influence the person that can.
In real world policy, not just him saying what the fuck he wanted to say and writing and signing his name on bills that we know the president can do. We talking about real life shit. Like come like yes, he go and he pop shit, but like no, don't that's no fuck no fuck no fuck no.
What is trickling down to us that Trump is doing?
A lot of stuff, bro. Everything trickled down because we the ones that got to deal with the everyday life. You know what I'm saying? Like billionaires don't deal with the shit we deal with. And then on top of that, a lot of us get depend on the resources that they're cutting. So like trying to dismantle the Department of Education, that affects every fucking body. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get rid of
But that's something they've been trying to do. Trump is just going for because you know what I'm saying. That's he going with them. You know what I'm saying. That's how the House is completely Republican right now, ain't it? It's in the House or however they vote to pass bills and shit. It's not that's not just his idea and yeah he doing it and passing it like this what I want to do and no that been some shit they've been trying to get rid of and now they put him back in office and he going for he making sure that you know what I'm saying he get what he need to do to get the shit passed. This shit ain't his just his act like that's ignorant to just say like yeah he doing shit like he we know
Fuck it.
what
I'm
the
a
president
Republican
can
now,
do
y'all.
and can't do and we know for a fact the president itself is a figurehead and it ain't much the president itself can do without the support of the other pieces checks and balances. That's just facts. It just so happened that Trump put himself in motion and put himself in position to be able to, you know what I'm saying, work, you know what I'm saying, and it looked like that, you know what I'm saying. Now all these other people who want to get the shit that they want to get done, gonna use him to do it. That's why he looked like such a gross and ignorant bastard because he pushing narratives that he gotta push for all these other people and all these promises and all these other bigots and everything. I don't know that man or nothing. I just know that he support bigotry and he support shit that ain't cool. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about it. Y'all can go financial, y'all can go money. That ain't man. Fuck that. He's still a figurehead. He is still the president of these beautiful United States, and that shit. Anything that he do, got somebody else. I put my pussy on it. You know what I'm saying? It came from some other shit that he agreed to before it. This I swear to God. You hear me? Like
that's
That's crazy.
I'm
that's
never
like
gonna rock for that. That nigga
that's
not
like
seeing dropping
that's
shit
like the
way
basis of all politics, though. So
hell.
like a lot of people don't necessarily know how laws are actually made and put into existence, right?
A lot of people
Politics,
don't.
a lot of politics is always lobbying. Some corporation, some business entity goes and makes a donation to a local official, and then they put a bill on their desk that would best interest their company. And if they pay enough or they donate enough, they can get that onto
Just
a hot committee, and then they can get it passed, et cetera, et cetera, et
your
cetera. That's
bill.
how it works,
When
right?
you said
What I'm
no,
saying as far as him
your bill.
doing what the fuck he want to do and using his showing that he's not just a figurehead, he's leveraging his position to make people do shit that he wants them to do. So it's like, all right, cool. I want this bill passed, but this person is being a dick about it. So I'm gonna
He
put him.
passed. It's the bill they told him they wanted passed, and he in office now, and he got to make it happen for them people who put him in
I'm
position.
gonna, I know. I'm gonna elect people that are in charge of the things I want to happen. So I want the Department of Education dismantled. I'm gonna put a fucking wrestler's wife as the head of the Department of Education to make it look dysfunctional, so that we can eventually dismantle it. Things like that. I'm gonna put these judges in place so that whenever I get in trouble or if I need a bill passed, I have a judge that knows me from whatever back in the day favor I did is going to pass the bill. So I can sign it, but this judge has to, stamp it. This judge works for me because that's from a man from back in the day, that type of shit. So, like, before politics was politics, now politics is a business. Like, he's showing the presidency can be used and ran like a business. All of this from personal interest. Fuck the country, fuck these people.
We really
Y'all can
saying
do
the
that.
same thing.
Huh?
I said we really saying the same thing. I feel you.
Yeah, he muscling shit. You know what I'm saying? To where we always thought like the president can't do this. Like you just said, the president's a figurehead. Trump is more than a fucking figurehead. He moving and flexing on shit. Figureheads don't do
Showed
that.
us. Just keep changing their name to Trump lover. I love Trump.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's why I give my respect to him in that aspect. He's showing us what you can actually do as a president, whereas everybody else is just going along with the program. He like, nah, fuck that. I am the program.
I was gonna say I think Trump's been pretty successful these last 6 months, and even
I
within
love
his
Trump. Oh, Mike, man.
and even within
Successful
his first 100 days, he did a lot of shit in his first 100 days being in office. So, and I think that he passed the most, not passed, but signed the most. What's those things? Executive orders and everything. I think next to FDR, he did a lot of work in his, like, whether people agree with what was signed into place or
Right.
not. He did do a lot of shit in them first 100 days for real. He was
what,
cranking. So I don't know what y'all talking about.
exactly
But that would be considered success when your bills and stuff go through Congress and all of that. That's success, whether y'all agree with what was being put in place or not. I don't agree with any type of social service getting cut, but I know he cut taxes on tips and different things like that. I know
good.
he I know he implemented the Lake and Riley Act, a lot of different things. That act that will stop these immigrants from killing our fucking people.
Yeah, that's what I was touching on earlier. So good. Thank you for mentioning that because I was wondering how can you prosecute somebody that's illegal that's not even supposed to be in this country because your government can't do that.
They can prosecute them. They have to deport them. They're not gonna lock them up locally. They can detain them locally. They can prosecute them and then they can deport them.
Yeah,
But
that's what I'm saying. But once he get back to his country, who's to say his country gonna be like, fuck
you
that
have to
American?
you got to have an agreement. So a lot of these countries dump their illegals over here. Like y'all all seen the movie Scarface, how they was putting them motherfuckers on the boat and unloading their ass in Florida. A lot of countries do that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have an agreement in place for them to even take them back.
So that's a good. So what Sharice mentioned with that thing that he passed is actually doing some good.
That wasn't something that he passed. That was already a thing. You got to identify where these motherfuckers is coming from and have a relationship with that place to send them back.
Oh, so it wasn't in
No, it
play.
wasn't already no thing. It got signed into law January 29th. I'm looking it up right now.
That nigga signs a bunch of shit, but that don't mean it's law. It still got to go through the house. Like a lot of the shit that
It says
a
the
lot of stuff.
legislation requires non-citizens charged or convicted of a range of offenses, including theft and assaulting a police officer, to be held without bond. It also gives states more freedom to sue the Department of Homeland Security over immigration enforcement.
How
Okay,
many illegals do you
that's
know
needed.
attack police officers? They don't attack police officers. They running drugs underground. They trying to stay as far away from police officers as possible, like it's smoke and mirrors. A lot of stuff that he
That's
signed
cool.
still has to be voted on, and keep shutting the government down every time they get to vote on something relevant. They only open the government and let them vote on shit when it's like a bullshit ass narrative that's got something to do with dismantling the government. So when you say he did a lot in his first 6 months or what have you, I need a list of what he actually did that was beneficial to the country. Because everything he's done has been detrimental to the country. And it's
Why do
just
you feel like that's detrimental to the country?
because if we don't have government um,
Border
department,
security is a detriment to the country, or is that a benefit for the country?
the country, listen,
But
we
what about
always
the
had
cuts to
border
like
security
school?
issues.
What
We
about
don't always, we
school
always had,
and all that other shit like that
we
was cut?
always, how does a lot of this shit get over here illegally? You think the government don't bring this shit over? It's not the illegals
Yeah,
bringing it
y'all
over.
precious Kamala and Joe Biden brought them over.
No, it's all of them. Kamala and Joe Biden did not start the government. They didn't start bringing
Hey, they
drugs.
they they started that huge influx of illegal immigration over this bitch,
Then
and y'all was willing to
Hell
vote to
no.
keep it in.
Hell nah.
Yes,
Hell
So
because
no.
you ain't
so
gonna do y'all research.
we
this
have
something else
always
you
had
didn't
an
mention,
illegal
but so did
alien.
Obama.
We all
And
had. We
They didn't
Obama,
start anything.
raggedy
They did not
ass.
start no
we
influx for
still
nothing.
we
They
finally
scared.
gonna make them
The
fall because
major
we
influx
always
of
had.
fucking migrants came in
We,
under their
we,
administration
we had
illegally,
all.
and
Who
they was
told you that?
allowing it.
Who told you
Yeah.
that?
And
Trump.
while she
It's
pushing
Nah, they was in
facts.
the
the
kingdom.
bullshit.
Millions. Millions under Obama, Biden. Like, are y'all crazy?
They is,
I
they
Millions.
mean,
tripping. I'm telling you,
hold
Trey, they
on,
gotta go look it up. That's all
hold
they gotta do.
Are
on.
y'all crazy right
Okay.
now? Or
I
y'all
mean,
just like playing?
okay, so we don't remember the cartels in the 80s and the 90s just coming over here and boatloads, flushing shit. We don't remember none of this shit. So you're gonna sit here and tell me that right
Bro,
now
I
that
was
we
born
just had the most.
1989, bro.
Okay, so you googling shit.
Right.
I can Google
Like,
it too.
I
They
was
So
born
wasn't
look,
getting
1990,
we are
citizenship.
sorry.
not sitting here.
I'm just going
We
on
are
what
They
not
I
wasn't
what
gonna
I
taking
sit here.
experienced,
We
brother.
citizenship
are not.
and
Please.
benefits.
We are not gonna sit here and act like we just started having people jumping the border. This shit always been a thing. It's always been a thing.
Not
We've
not to this
always,
extent.
we've
Yes,
always
the
had
influx
illegal.
started with the influx started definitely within the Obama era, but it wasn't just like just now with
Obama
when
was
Trump lost. That's what I thought.
anything.
But the influx
We,
definitely started with Obama
Pissed
era.
me
we've
off,
always had
man.
illegal.
Obama
We've
hurt
always
my
had
heart and
illegal.
soul.
I just want to say I love Trump.
That's fine. Your
I mean, I
title.
think it's about how you look at it. It's all about how
I
you look
don't.
at it. It's okay to disagree, you know. It's all
Yeah,
about
I
how
ain't
you
mad.
look at
I
it.
ain't mad at nobody that don't like Trump, but I love that nigga, bruh. That's my dog. I got that nigga on speed dial.
hey,
I
hey,
got no
you
problem with Trump. I don't even think he a racist. I think he a performance, honestly.
Why y'all acting like the influx, even in our communities, y'all didn't see them pouring into our community?
All them fucking scooters.
Like, what are we talking about, y'all?
I don't know why
Like,
you saying y'all gang. Like I don't even
oh,
think nobody said
know
that.
what's up in our
Why
community?
he changed his thing to I love Trump?
cause this
Man,
shit
cuz
real.
that's my dog.
Who is that? I'm about to say because I heard
Nah,
Trump.
man, that's why
It's me.
we're in the black community, white people. It's called gentrification. So the legals ain't the only motherfuckers moving in the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm
You
old
got
enough to
go
remember.
ahead
They
Bowser
move in way before the
responsible
white
for a
people.
lot of that too. And the one before her.
I'm
I
also
don't fuck
old
with
enough.
Bowser.
Nobody fuck with her.
I
I
don't
don't know
fuck with
how
Shorty.
we do the migrants older than
That's
that.
just General Mario.
I'm also old enough to remember the race wars in the 90s with the Negroes in the motherfucking black uptown because of the influx of migrants and whatnot. So like this ain't no new shit, dog. We're not about to pin this shit on one administration like every administration
No,
gonna
this
be.
shit new, bro. This shit new, bro. Them niggas
Yeah,
always been up Langley, Uptown, Silver. They been up there, but now they everywhere, nigga. They in the South, they in Northeast, they everywhere.
they
Like you
everywhere
gotta,
because
like they're
And
everywhere.
they
PG,
heavy they heavy
I don't
out
care
here in
where
VA
you say,
too.
they're
All
everywhere.
ICE on all illegal immigrants.
They took over Taylor Ave.
so
Bro,
we
I
here
went
to
to my
so
kids'
we
school.
here
The
to
whole school
Definitely
is,
did.
bro, the whole school, bro.
what
Like,
year was it? What administration was it when the MS-13 became a real heavy problem in this area? That was the early
Was that
2000s.
Bush Obama or was that Bush?
Hey, now
That
that you
was baby
mention that,
book.
hold on. Now that you
The
mention that,
baby
the
Baby
book.
area
Bush.
that I live
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
the area that I
Okay.
live
That's
in,
when I was in high school. I
Was
remember.
that not a major influx of motherfucking illegals?
And y'all precious Obama did deport a lot of those motherfuckers too.
the area that I live in, they was talking about 3 years
Go
ago.
look it up.
It was heavy MS-13 around here.
Okay, so my point is there's always been a surge, an influx, regardless of the administration.
it ain't the same, my
I
boy.
don't agree.
I ain't gonna hold you. It ain't no way the same. That's why we remember them. Why
Michael,
if anybody from that era gonna mention MS-13? Why you think their name is so prominent? Because the
because
shock value of it. Now it's
because
so many of them. It ain't even no point in
so
giving them no games. They a part of the black gangs. The
but
fuck?
it was a shit ton of them coming in, and they was actually doing the shit that they saying that these other leaders is doing on the news right now. We could physically see it. We seen it. We seen the tattoos. We
We
seen these
see it right now.
motherfuckers.
We been
I'm not
seeing it.
seeing nothing. I don't see no fucking Migos committing a whole string of like
So the
eating
Camino's weren't
dogs
doing
and
that
cats
shit
and
doing.
all this other shit. Show me the Migos is eating cats and dogs, bro. I need to see that shit.
What?
Because otherwise, it's fucking smoking gun.
What?
Oh no,
He talk
Joe
about what was
goofy.
going on in
Nah.
Ohio. That they
What are you talking about?
she said what? What they was saying was going on in Ohio. They said the
Eating cats
Venezuelans was
and
eating
dogs.
cats and eating dogs. Trump wasn't playing. He was letting y'all
Out the
know.
yard.
They was eating them
Have
cats and
you
eating
ever
them
seen?
dogs. I believe it. Shit.
Have you
Trump said
seen? Can
that
you
about
prove
the
it?
Haitians. What are we
Can you
talking
Nah,
prove
about
it?
the Venezuelans.
Can you prove it?
Trump
Yeah.
said that about the Haitians.
Show me.
Maybe it
We
was
go.
both of their ass then, because I thought it
Prove
was
it.
the Venezuelans
It's right
over
here.
there
Read
The
In
Venezuelans was taking
Ohio,
over the apartments
illegals
too.
They
it.
they eat
eating
Paparazzi.
like
cats and
chickens and
dogs,
birds.
stealing
Yeah, they
them.
say they took over the whole apartment building and they was
The
eating all
Migos
the
eat
cats and
pigs
dogs.
and
Oh,
birds.
they
I
was
think
wild
that
at
I
bump all
did see
that.
the video where they was taking over the apartment building, but I ain't see him eating no cats and dogs. And that goes back to the fact
I don't want to see nobody doing that.
that taking over
Out the
projects and
yard.
you see what I'm saying?
We
This
what we
Every
would have to
time you
see
go
it.
to the
What we
carryout, you
have to
eating
see.
cats and dogs.
Out the yard.
Oh,
that's Asians. That's Asians. Y'all said Migos, they be jumping the border, was eating cats and dogs. Where they at?
dance party with
But
Beyonce.
It's a delicacy.
Do we want to
fucking
see? Do we want to see a police body cam footage of them arresting some people, kicking in the door, and they frying up
They feasting on
cats and
fried
For
dogs?
dog.
sure. For
We
sure.
really we want to see that,
For sure.
no,
For
we
sure.
don't.
just so
I
we can know
do.
it's real, huh?
Yeah,
Gang,
so we can know it's
gang,
real, bro.
See
no.
everything else. You show me everything else.
Speculation is out the window.
Show
Stop
me the fucking
doing
footage, bro.
that.
You got the saute, got the bake, got the oven roast, got the grill. You know what I'm
Now
saying?
they're doing
I'm
shot.
dead.
Show me the sardines with last year where they got the cats and dogs there. I need to see the sardines that got the cats and dogs.
When the last time
Otherwise,
y'all went to the
Buck from the
carryout?
show me state, he said, you got to prove it to me.
Yeah, I gotta see
Don't
that.
be just saying that shit.
I gotta see them kicking in the door with the joint on the cutting board.
Trump was
Yeah,
dead serious
the
about that
whole
shit, though.
documentary and everything.
Trump was on the roll every day about that. He was.
I need the whole
He said,
documentary.
they eating cats and dogs. Hell no. I don't know, young. I don't know. But I will say, in
You know,
terms of like actual
you know the white
success,
people love
like,
their cats and
yeah,
dogs.
yeah,
they just
exactly.
wild over there. They just
Out the
really fight
yard.
about
You'll go to jail behind a dog.
Man,
In
what?
this
So
country.
I'm real Caucasian when it comes to that. My Puerto Rican he passed away last year, but I'm real
Oh, I'm
Caucasian when
so
it comes to that. Like,
sorry.
I got into a real fist fight by my dog. Like, I fuck around.
Oh, I'm sorry the
it.
dog passed away. Oh my goodness.
He was
That's
old.
Peanut butter.
He was
that's
old. He was
tragic.
for a hot murmur. He was a little Maltese, y'all.
Oh, he was
He
okay.
was old.
I
Oh.
He
hate
lived a long
pets.
life. It's okay.
Y'all playing with y'all emotions, dog. Now he know how to trigger y'all.
I hate
Y'all went
pets.
for it.
Listen,
I know
listen.
you
I
love the
drove
pets.
about
You
it. I
just
was
scared
trying
of
to
them
move.
eating pets.
Cats are vicious.
Now I
Like,
seen
fuck
people
'em.
crying over their dogs real
I
life.
was
So
oh I was fucked up. I was fucked up. Like I really had to grieve him. Like really, like I was so
I'm
sad.
like Bernie Mac with the kids when it come to pets. Fuck them pets.
I was I was my boyfriend was just like,
I
girl,
think we heard you like
that deep.
the
I was
first,
so
second,
sad.
and the third
I was
time.
depressed, y'all. I was in the bed like oh, oh. I was so fucked up, y'all. It's so sad.
You just can't be believing everything. That's all. You gotta be a little bit more
so
diligent.
y'all but y'all really mad at Trump for cracking down on welfare and Section 8 and all that. Y'all really mad about that?
No.
Or is
In
that
my
could be
heart,
something
no, because I never got the chance to get none of that shit. So fuck
Somebody
that.
said I
Fuck
have
them.
5 kids. I
But
have to
I
go
know
back to
that some
work.
people need it. And it's just like, I don't know. It's a weird feeling I got. Like,
So like
No,
yeah.
them niggas need to get a motherfucking job. That's what they need.
Go get a
you know my boy. I
job.
knew he was
A
coming in.
job.
that I'm not against that. Like I
I
do
can't
think
even get no food stamps. I
it's
just big. She say I make too much money.
but
Like,
it's tied into a bigger picture of like just support that the country, we know the country needs. Like we need some of these infrastructures in place. So like yeah,
Hmm.
we don't need people on welfare and whatnot. But the education system definitely needs support.
that is crazy. Cutting education like that's like wow. The
Um
teachers is
health
already
care,
Man,
struggling. Like it's that's
health
fucked up.
care,
Teachers need so
the
much
Department of
more.
Education is trash. They
Yeah,
can't even keep a good curriculum going.
right.
Got us ranking
That shit's
behind
so
a lot of motherfuckers in education when we should be the
Yeah.
smartest.
It's
I'm
only
so
based on the
so
intelligent
so
quotient.
yeah, it should be better, but it don't need to be dismantled. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be corrected. It's a lot of things you just can't rip the fucking legs from up under a chair and expect that joint to hold itself up. So
Burn
some
it
of the
down and
stuff,
rebuild it.
We don't got the resources to do that shit, bro. We gotta be realistic. We owe a lot of countries a lot of money. We are in debt. So we sitting here pulling stuff that keeps us afloat. Like the economy has to feed itself. So if you taking away the money out of the economy, how are people surviving? How are people putting money back into the economy to feed these companies that feed the government? Everything is gonna collapse on itself. So like we do need a lot to fix it, but we don't need to just blow everything up. You know what I'm saying? Healthcare, Social Security, these are things that we need to keep in place. Like you work 30 years for retirement and you depending on that money to survive for the next 30 years of your life, and they telling you that it's going to be gone because they don't even have a real explanation. They're going to pull it and put it on something else. How do you feel like that's going to affect you or the economy as a whole? It's going to be, we sit here debating about ICE, you know, taking homeless people off the street in 10 to 15 years, everybody's going to be fucking homeless because there's no infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? So all of this shit has a trickle down effect. You know, I'm not all the way pro government. I know a lot of that shit be bullshit, but like some things is necessary. You know what I'm saying?
Well, everybody need to start investing.
Your mic cut out. Well, I don't know, man. We got a lot of work to do as a people, as a whole nation. In fact, I think everybody should start to dig in deep and tap in with their locals and try to figure out how they're gonna push forward through all of this stuff so that we can have our own infrastructure and tap in with the land, bro. Motherfuckers will start growing their own food and learning how to build houses. And, you know, technology is great, but we are in a place where we're gonna have to get back in touch with ourselves and the land because all of this shit is gonna come down crashing, and a lot of this stuff that we put a lot of energy into ain't even gonna be available or valuable moving forward. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if you can make a cool TikTok or a social reel with your ass homeless. Who the fuck is you showing it to? Or if there's no internet because we're in a war and they done took out all of our communication signals because we were so busy looking at, a mayor and a governor and a fucking president arguing, and meanwhile another country that dropped a bomb on us, all that kind of shit. Like none of this shit gonna mean nothing. So
That's crazy you said that. I was just listening to somebody talk about how they came to DC and they seen how they got the White House like fenced up and shit, and they was like, "Nigga, you realize they could do that to any of y'all hoods? Like, they could just come and fence nigga shits in, and you just there. Like, it's a lot of shit that can be done that I feel like."
go watch that movie Civil War and just get your mind wrapped around. Fuck, that's what the fuck type of time they on. They moving towards that direction. Well, we gonna be the military is gonna be on the ground keeping us in check, and they gonna have us in concentration camps and shit because we distracted.
Tonight, man, we balance culture, community, and consequence, man. We talked a lot of stuff between artists being under the microscope. Gave our condolences to the young lady and their family, man, for the tragedy that happened that's going around in our area right now. We talked about that data center. We talked about the no phone bar. And we talked about Trump, Westmore, and a whole bunch of other things, man. A lot of people had a lot of interesting takes tonight. The comments definitely was going crazy. Even Sharice had to get up out the comments and jump up with the game. But we really was cranking tonight, man. Thank everybody for coming. Sice Room.